Anyway, let's blast off. Let's get it started. The Macy's, you got a playlist for me? I want to look at like the speeches from last night. I know there's some highs, some lows. People were excited. The fuck is going on? Oh my God, March outed me for my janky ass setup. Okay. What do you mean? It's not a reflection of you. This is like, okay. Live from DNC. It's day, fuck, my big ass fingers, dude. It's day 2 covering last night's speeches, recap of day 1 and more. Get in now. Do we have a chat? Do we have a freaking blast off meme or what? Do we have a blast off meme? How long is the DNC, by the way? It's until Thursday. Twitch.tv/Hasanabi. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I met a bunch of content creators this morning as well when I was grabbing my credentials. Is DNC everything you wanted and more? I mean, I'm nerdy as hell, obviously, as you guys know, which is part of the reason why it's like, you know, I'm super stoked. It's like cool to see a lot of the cool. Wait, what the fuck? Why won't I? What is happening? What? It's not letting me use it for some reason. Okay, whatever, it worked. All right, let's blast off. Let's blast the freak off. I still haven't eaten. I'm running on fumes a little bit, but it's all good. We're going to be fine. There's apparently a lot of... I have overtaken one of the creator lounges. DNC graciously allowed me to overtake one of the creator lounges here. This is literally supposed to be like a space where all the content creators for Kamala can come and enjoy this box. But I'm just kind of planted here. Yesterday's stream was like the Avengers for the Hasanabi Cinematic Universe fans. Thank you, chat. Yeah, we went to the Palestine rally. Obviously, so many people came up and were like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for being here. That you were, you were a pivotal point in my radicalization." It was cool. It was cool to see that. And then after that, we went into the DNC. I was actually shocked that there were fans of mine here. I'm not gonna lie, but it's cool. That was cool to see. But obviously the most important part was, for me at least, was meeting Amy Goodman. That was incredible. I almost cried. Like I teared up a little bit. Anyway, bro, you can sell tickets to that box easy. Donate the funds too. Just watch 5 seconds of the crowd like the Jill Biden speech. Tell me what looks off. Okay. Protesters whose parents were Hasanabi heads, and then you go to meet Amy Goodman. It's just like so many layers and generations of leftist radicalization to seek the seat. Yeah, it was cool as fuck. Do we have the clip? Do we have the longer clip? Not the Twitch clip. Here, the beginning of the interaction. Young Peasy farming points up in here, farming fucking clout off of my pivotal moments in my life. But it's fine. We'll allow it. Here it is. Let's go to the press pool. Oh my God. 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 Excuse me. Oh my God. I'm such a big fan of you. You're amazing. Can I take a photo with you?
Yes, you can.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We're live right now. Oh my God, chat. I don't even know if this is. So I was lucky that her team knew who I was, because honestly, as you can probably tell in this interaction, Amy Goodman had no idea who the hell I was, which why should she? You know what I mean? She's not online like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're live right now. Oh my God, chat. I don't even know if this is Hassan. Oh, you guys have? You guys know who I am? Oh my God, that's crazy. You're amazing. I love you. I love you so much. I like that you're aware that you're a big ass dude, so you try to approach her carefully. Yeah, this is something that I'm aware of. Obviously, I always want to like not scare people like that. Yo, March, can you the Apple iPhone charger is supposed to be in the streaming backpack. Can you plug that in and hand me the charger, because my shit is like already at 50%. As a big ass dude, I know how long it's taken to learn that. Yeah, I know that, like, I'm very mindful of my size. I know it's just like gonna come across as like a weird, scary moment for the person that I'm talking to. So, I just always want to make sure. Oh my God. Hassan meets his idols and can't stop fangirling. It's true. I can't. Yeah, we're good. I'm just gonna try and. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's good here. Okay. That clip is popping on TikTok. Let's go. All of you guys. You guys are incredible. Thank you. Hi, of course. Hi. Nice to meet you. What's going on? Thank you, Themasius, for the playlist. I got the hat and everything. I'm also a donor. Someone sent me from your donation. No. This is. She was cracking jokes, dude. She was cracking jokes. Remember how I told you guys about how like Democracy Now! Reached out to me via email like a while back because I'm one of their like I mean, I don't think I'm a top donor or anything, but like I'm one of the larger donors, I guess. So they were like, hey, as a longtime like contributor to Democracy Now!, we would love for you to come and join us in the studio one day. And I was like, they have no fucking clue who I am. But I guess like the on the production side, they're aware. Incredible. You guys are inspirational. You literally are so important in motivating me to do what I do now. There are I don't even know. Are we live right now? Can people see it? Oh no, your work. You guys are.
Expanded to 2 hours a day for the convention, and so we've got endless stuff on YouTube and other.
Look at her. She's the plug queen, dude. Just like check out democracynow.org on YouTube. We're doing 2 hours of coverage of the DNC for the DNC special. That's my queen. Oh God, I love her so much. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, this is Democracy Now! This is like long before I ever became a content creator. They were around. They were doing, hourly shows every day. They're phenomenal every weekday. But yeah. Can I take a photo with you? Is that okay? Oh my God! Here you go. I'm gonna cry a little bit. I'm fangirling.
Why don't you come visit us in New York?
No, absolutely. So that's what I was gonna say. Someone from your like donation department or whatever sent me an email because like they didn't know who I was. They just like sent me an email as like a donor, and I was like, I don't think they know who I am. They just now I know that you do, but I meant like when the donation department was like, hey, you should come check out the studio as a big donor. I was like, no, I don't think they know who I am at all.
Let's take a picture.
All right. Is it okay? Can we hear? All right, there it is. Yeah, they're the goats. Like it's so funny because like this is basically the interaction that I have with fans in general that are like, yo, you're so formative in my development, and I'm like, yo, that's who is formative in my development. You know what I mean? I don't think the youngins can truly understand how much this rules for any middle-aged lefty who was living through the 2000s insanity and just how few voices were out there being like, hey, it's important. It's probably not wise to spend $1 trillion on this horrifying invasion, right? Yeah, exactly. Like, Jon Stewart was giving Barbara Lee shit in 2001 for voting against the OEF, and the rest of the media basically acted like she was Stalin 2.0. Here's her speech from that day. They acted like she said white lives don't matter, and we need to slit white boys' throats on Halloween when she said this. Yeah, people don't remember. People don't understand like how truly insane the media landscape was. Obviously, I was in Turkey, and I was much like many of my international fans now, like obviously fascinated with American politics. And we had Democracy Now!, Air America. Cenk was also a big voice in this as well, for the record. I know that it's not cool to give him props or whatever, but like that is also another one of the reasons why I will obviously, aside from him being my uncle, always respect and appreciate his voice in general as well. But yeah, 100 but I was old heads. Amy Goodman is goated. So happy for you. When I was in high school during the early war on terror, she was one of the only good ones, along with Sam Cedar. Yeah. I think he was telling you that he knew who you were when they sent that donor email. No, their donation department had no idea who I was. So Cenk was so funny yesterday. Why does he think everyone's plotting against them? Dude, it's just like, I think overall it's years and years of being in the media. That's what it is. Dude, your audio is immaculate. Thank you for saying that. That makes me so happy, especially considering that this is literally the current production. If you want to understand our current affairs, okay, the current state of affairs, this is what we look like. That is what I'm streaming out of. We propped a fucking box on top of a bar cart, and that's what we're operating off of right now. This is what it looks like behind the scenes. So it's janky. It's janky as fuck, dude. Your Charlie Kirk interaction was so sad, bro. Want to fit in so bad. Yeah, I know. Wired DNC is the influencer con. Yeah, there's hella influencers here, man. With yacht parties, free snacks, and multiple lounges, influencers are getting the VIP treatment at the DNC. Okay, first of all, I would have put myself in that, but hey, I'm not partaking. I am locked the fuck in. Okay. Tell my people I made Hassan the Hun cry is true. I teared up, dude. I literally teared up. It was so sick. Yeah. Complaints about creators getting space reserved for traditional media. Press arriving at the Democratic National Convention found the number of traditional press workspace seats gutted from previous conventions and instead state-of-the-art riser constructed for TikTokers. Okay, sucks to suck. Okay, that's right, baby. Oh, dude, hell yeah. People were giving you crap for not biting Charlie's head off. Not gonna say who to not start drama. Yeah, you're right. I should have fucking hit him in the face. That's what I should have done. I should have just beat his ass, dude. That seems sound. No, I laughed in his face. What do you want me to do? Twitter is going crazy about your interaction with Charlie and also the D writer in the restaurant. I know Twitter is not real life. Okay. You guys want to understand how Twitter is not real life? We had 60,000 people watching yesterday throughout the entire process. And like the only thing that these fucking losers cared about was some guy who was literally apparently, that didn't even make a dent in my mind, okay? Until I turned on Twitter and it's like all people were talking about is like, dude, you got IRL cyberbullied. First of all, if you say something like IRL and cyberbully in the same time, you are the biggest fucking loser of all time. Secondly, it turns out that dude was like pissing and shitting and farting in his fucking pants in the Discord, being like, oh, I'm about to say it to him, chat. I'm shaking. It's like not even an interaction that played a role, like not even an interaction that I even factored in at all. But hey, I hope everyone's having a good life. You know what I mean? I hope that these guys they're happy and will live long. And yeah, he also unsurprisingly has called black people monkeys on Twitter and shit. Yeah, I saw. This is what I saw on Twitter. Okay. Hassan got cyberbullied IRL. Please send your condolences. For those of you who weren't there, it was literally such a fucking like it was such an irrelevant moment throughout the entire fucking day.
Shit out, Chicago style. That's the lady at the counter. What's the best thing? Fucking loser. Ask the lady at the counter, what is the best thing? Try this shit out.
Bro, what's really funny about that is that like that's it. This is what they apparently this was for like the grossest, sweatiest fucking weirdos online to literally fantasize about this interaction. Like if someone says cyberbullied IRL, that's funny. That's a funny response. He got so nervous, Lamau. This is gonna live rent-free in his years, rent-free in his head for years. Like, how brave of him to fight back the tears. Why is he looking around so nervously? Was he perhaps trying to get the attention of an employee or something? Was he watching TV? Hyperactivity? More importantly, did he end up eating these 2 fries he was forever holding up? And it's like, bro, you are collectively deluding yourselves into thinking. You are collectively deluding yourselves into thinking that this is a big moment, okay? It's now become a big moment because I've like reacted to it, but it is hilarious that like these guys, and this is the same problem with Republicans online in general, they cannot be normal. They can't appear normal. Okay? Like they just can't, like what you're doing in that moment when you're like looking at the situation and thinking that this is a major interaction. What did he say? He said destiny made you. You're looking at this interaction and like, this is apparently the background of the interaction. Did it. I want to troll, lol. It's Hassan. He's right there. I'm shaking. I'm a normal person, brother. If you came up to me and wanted like to take a photo, or if you want to have a normal conversation, you could do that. Like, you don't have to behave like this. I'm shaking. Anyway, this man did a 10-minute Dragon Ball Z power up to shit and piss himself. I know. Like, okay, but did you see him post this? Are you going to address this? Oh my God, you fucking cooked me. You fucking piece of shit. Thankfully, the consensus is that guy seems to be that guy was weird. Yeah, I don't understand it. This whole thread is so strange because I'm barely even reacted. I'm confusing. Am I missing a social cue? Yeah, I don't think people understand. Like, they're obsessed with him, and just the very idea of getting noticed by him is exhilarating to them. It's such a strange thing. It's a really weird phenomena that like only exists in the internet is what I'm trying to say. Like this interaction. Also, yes, that chatter fucking cooked me at the top of the hour. There's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, obviously all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite podcaster. Hopefully that's me. The DNC is happening and this is their priority. They need to get a life. Dude, it's just like I'm trying to explain this with a broader lens here. Like I'm trying to look at this with a larger snapshot about like what this says about people who are like extremely online. Yes, Twitch Prime is free, folks. Here's a 3-minute ad break. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Overall, it is Chud's busting out state-of-the-art micro expression science to calculate exactly how deeply Hassan was affected by something he didn't hear. I know. It's just like, no, it wasn't a fan of mine. Yeah, it also turns out that he's of course the least racist Destiny fan. Like least racist Destiny fan, dude. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. At least like clean up your fucking profile if you want to get on the main stage. Like anyway, a more consequent, I guess like a more weird circumstance that occurred, even weirder than this one. Was of course when Charlie Kirk approached me while I was talking to Unk. Now this is peak in your life that that you're talking about him. Yeah, I know. I mean, look, I hope this causes him to have a better day. You know what I mean? I'm not even joking. I got a Politico feature. This DNC is content friendly, very content friendly. The halls of the arena is sort of. Oh, March is in here too. March, you're in the Politico article, dude. Yeah, the halls of the arena are sort of a playground for the 200 or so content creators credentialed to cover the events for their followers. And that's you, bro. And there are plenty of celebrities in attendance to help generate buzz. There's an energetic content creator, Hassan Piker, is interviewed during the Democratic National Convention. There's an enigmatic creator lounge where everyone can mingle behind a curtain, a well-lit blue carpet area where creators can interview Harris Wall surrogates and each other. And plenty of step and repeats featuring a take a selfie sign. Yeah, that's it. That's like, anyway, I can't hear myself fucking think, dude. The interview with Midas Touch, by the way, the interview was gulping at the stuff you said. Oh yeah, I love Midas Touch. Anyway, can you guys hear what? Can you guys hear like everything in the background? Because the fucking noise is crazy in here. I can't even hear myself think. Holy moly, dude, it's crazy. Okay, you can hear it a little bit, but we can hear you clearly. The noise gate is coming in, but we hear you clearly. Okay. Anyway, I can't even hear myself think. So anyway, moving on from that, like I said, a little bit of good, a phenomenal amount of good experiences overall. It was wonderful. I always love, you know, going to these rallies and whatnot. I always love going to protests in general, where I get to see so many of you guys actually being bodies, right? Putting bodies out there and you know, applying pressure that, what? For a person who clicks about 30 links per day from loser chats online, you're pretty brave for calling us dumb. What? Who are you talking to? I'm confused. Use your Apple Air Maxes? I don't have it. I'm gonna see if I can get like March to get me some headphones or something, or someone in here. But the French guy interviewing you was hilarious. I know. That shit was fire too. But I checked out the YouTube chat of Midas Touch when you were being interviewed and chatters were melting over you, fangirling over the Epoch Times thinking you were serious. Yeah, bro. They overcome such great odds, okay? They overcome great odds. This was fire. Charlie Kirk got absolutely ass blasted by the fucking not like us kid.
Republican governor and Republican Secretary of State in the state of Georgia.
What's your name? You said Parker?
My name's Parker. We have a Republican governor and Republican Secretary of State in Georgia that proved our elections, and Donald Trump said that wasn't constitutional.
Yeah, there is no way I can hear anything that's from the desktop audio. There's just no shot I can hear anything. There is no fucking way I can hear anything that is happening on my screen. Holy shit, I need headphones. I'm gonna text March. I'm gonna see if March can secure the bag here. Maybe I'm gonna ask the DNC people as well. This is an insane request, but is it? Hold on. This is an insane request, but is it possible to get headphones totally fine if not. Holy moly. Okay, any Hasanabi heads of the DNC can deliver headphones? Yeah, I'm DoorDash some AirPod Maxes. Bro, you think I can DoorDash anything in here? Are you crazy? I can't DoorDash anything, bro. There's like a fucking 8-mile protective barrier outside of the convention halls. Oh, you have AirPods? I don't know if it'll work. I think I need like wired headsets potentially. They might work. Oh, you have wired ones. You just found them on the. They were just there casually. Okay. I mean, goddamn. I mean, these aren't gonna be noise canceling enough, I suspect, but it'll do. It'll work. I hope. Bro, these are Delta. I think these are the fucking freemium that they. These are the Delta headphones. Let me see. Let me see. Did it work? I don't even know. Oh, it's not. It's not working. It's not even. Shit. Now I can't hear it, and neither can you. What the fuck? Now the audio is gone. We lost the sound. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Headphones. Let's swap that to headphones. Yes, detected the new device, and then the audio cooked. It's muted. Is the stream muted as well, or is it just the headset? Chat. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. No, I can't hear anything. Okay. Oh my God. I hope this didn't brick it. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
State of Georgia and told him to find him some votes.
What is a woman?
Oh my God.
What is a woman?
That is so fucking weird, y'all. Maybe you should meet one.
I'm married.
That's a great fucking bar. What is a woman? Are you asking? Are you asking because you've never fucking met one and never will meet one? Yeah.
Same.
You got a virus, plugging random shit into your computer. I mean, whatever, dude. Fuck it. YOLO. Will you be meeting up, or have you met Talia Jane, literally best reporter in New York City? I love Talia. She's great. When do you ask them to turn down the music?
Donald Trump said that wasn't constitutional.
All right, relax.
Donald Trump
Can you
tried to undermine our
You're
Constitution.
at 10. I just walked in. I'm here to just learn. I'm
Hey,
here to
you're
just
an
absorb.
anti-patriotic, anti-constitutional person crashing our party
So let me
because
ask you
you
one
tried
question.
to
I got
stop
one
our
question.
democracy.
I got one question.
Donald Trump called the
Can I ask you
Secretary
one
of State of
question?
Georgia and told him to find him some votes.
What is a woman?
Oh my God. That is so fucking weird, y'all. Maybe you should meet one.
That is so fucking weird, y'all. I think a better counter to dumb question of what is a woman is these for these horrid idiot podcasts is a what is a man, and then they answer explain how they don't have that definition either. No, it's just it's fine. What is this? Fact checkers are losing their minds recently. PolitiFact and WAPO. Biden said Trump wants to cut Medicare, mostly false. When he was president, Trump released annual budgets that proposed cutting Medicare, but has repeatedly pledged throughout the 2024 presidential campaign that he will not cut the program. Wait, what do you mean? That is not mostly false. What are they doing? Are they okay? This is the classic media op when they try to be like when the media tries to be as even-handed as possible, when they try to be as like centrist as possible, and then they end up like overcorrecting to be like, well, Trump claims he's not going to cut. Okay, he also says he's not going to fucking harm abortion or women's reproductive rights. The fuck? Does that mean that he is not going to harm reproductive rights for women or hasn't harmed reproductive rights for women? What a fucking stupid fact check this is. Jesus Christ, dude. Wait, they did that too? A DNC video showed a 2016 clip of Trump saying there has to be some sort of punishment for women who have abortions. He walked back the comment the same day. We found no evidence that he currently supports legal penalties for women who have... Hello? What? Bro, Pointer Institute, baby. Hey, that's that Coke-backed Pointer Institute. Really tackling the media bias, dude. Holy shit, PolitiFact. Like, Trump literally hits both sides of every argument on a daily fucking basis, sometimes directly in the same conversation. Apparently, Washington Post was fact-checking night one. They gotta do it. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Okay. Get PolitiFact on this. What is it? Trump claims you can't walk across the street to get a loaf of bread without getting raped and shot. That's awesome. He's really feeling himself lately. He's really going nutty mode with it.
Insane. But you can't walk across the street to get a loaf of bread. You get shot, mugged, you get raped, you get whatever it may be. And you've seen it, and I've seen it. And it's time for a change. We have to bring back our cities. We have these cities that are great cities.
That's awesome. He's He's going nutty mode, dude. He has actually hit balls to the wall. Like, fuck. This is a new era. His heart ain't in it, dog. His heart ain't in it, but his mind, dude. His mind. It's amazing. Fucking god damn it. All right, there it is. This will fix the problem, I hope. He's like, folks, I'm getting raped every time. Every time I walk down the street, every time I'm getting shot multiple times a day. The noise gate is working overtime. It is. You think he's finally hitting into the low T era? He's coming out of soy since the Goya sponsor. Yeah, he's definitely low T in the sense that like his heart's not in it. Okay, you know, L, can I try your headphones? I'm sorry. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can. Do you know how we can connect the Bluetooth to the? I'll try to figure it out. Do you have a stupid name for them? Is that what you said? Okay, I'll see. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna try to connect my Bluetooth speakers, chat. I have to try because this is. I don't know what the Apple connectivity is with like non-Apple. You know, I don't know if this like. Obviously, I have a Lenovo, so. Audio is surprisingly good considering the environment. It might be good for you guys. It is. I can't hear anything. Like I literally cannot hear myself. So I'm going to try and like I usually use speakers. As you guys know, I don't like using headphones, but I'm trying to connect Elza headphones to my PC, but it's not working right now. It's not even picking it up on Bluetooth. Make sure device is turned on and discoverable. This is discoverable, right? When it's I did that, yeah. Oh, headphone. Wait, hold on. Let's see. AirPods are bad and charge drains on the PC fast. It doesn't even matter. I think it might work. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I can hear now. And it's got like a little bit of a noise cancellation too. So let's see how this works. Headphones, AirPod Pro, desktop audio, properties, headphones, AirPods Pro.
They're pussies. It's just insane.
Oh, hell
but
yeah.
You can't walk across the street to get a loaf of bread. You get shot, mugged, you get raped, you get whatever it may be. And you've seen it, and I've seen it. And it's time for a change. We have to bring back our cities. We have these cities that are great cities.
I think the noise canceling is on. I can barely hear my sound. I can barely hear my fingers clicking. If I hold it down, like on this, let's see. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it was noise canceling. Okay, noise canceling is happening. Okay, we got it. Okay, let's go. I'm not talking about your noise canceling. This was really cute. Oh, Tim Walls. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, well, Trump is talking about how, like, every time you go and purchase a loaf of bread, you're getting raped and murdered by a Guatemalan migrant. The DNC was happening last night. We're going to be talking about that, of course. And a lot of speeches took place. There was a little bit of drama as well. A lot of media speculation on why Biden was speaking so late. But before that, I I left before I could hear all the speeches. Like Sean Fain was speaking while we were leaving. We didn't really have any more battery left at that point, so we were just like, we had to run out. I tried to get home as quickly as possible, thinking that I could maybe continue streaming, but I couldn't. But hopefully that's not going to be an issue next time around. Okay, Billy Kirk got owned. All right, so. Let's take a look. Biden takes DNC stage to make case for Harris's presidency.
The historic passing of the torch in the Democratic Party. President Joe Biden ended day one of the DNC by looking back at his more than 5-decade-long career and forward to Vice President Kamala Harris's official nomination in his ceremonial roll call. The vice president also made a surprise appearance last night. Tony, as you know, is leading our DNC coverage. He's in Chicago. Tony, how you holding up? Because we were on the air way past midnight last night.
Yeah. The morning came extra early.
Bro, it was nap time for everybody at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Because the night was so long, some of our viewers may have fallen asleep, so we'll clue them into what they missed. Joe Biden's speech didn't start until after 11 p.m. in what was billed as a day one keynote. spilled all the way into day 2. 50 years in public life he covered. He was too young to be president when he started in public life, and now, as he joked from the stage, he's too old, apparently. But in addition to being a sort of goodbye, his speech was also a handoff to Kamala Harris, who got the loudest applause of the night by far. And all the other big speeches, from Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to 2016 Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton, among many, many others, they all made the case for Harris as the one who, as Clinton put it, can finally break that highest and hardest glass ceiling. Now,
you know, one thing I will make note of that I personally appreciate is that Kamala Harris never talks about the glass ceiling. That's not even a point of consideration. It's very, in my opinion, it's an awesome thing to not pay attention to. It's an awesome, because it's a horrible, in my opinion, talking about the glass ceiling is a very silly way to try and do, political campaigning in general. Like, you're a politician. You need to create team loyalty with your policies. You can't just have team loyalty and demand team loyalty because you're just like a woman and other women are going to be excited that you're going to be the president or anything like that. Or at least it hasn't really worked in terms of political campaigning. It didn't work with Hillary Clinton in 2016. So I do appreciate that. As a matter of fact, I was listening to NPR Politics last night, and they were literally talking about how cool it is that, or how smart it is that Kamala Harris rarely ever brings that up at all. It's obvious that if she were to become president, she would be the first Indian president. She would be the first black female president. And obviously would shatter numerous glass ceilings or whatever. But like, it's good that she is, not using that as simply, what? You were doing what, bro? Hasanabi NPR podcast night? Yeah, that's what I was listening to. Yeah. They literally played the fight song after Hillary's speech. I know. Listen, it's just like, these people are libbed up, okay? I actually was talking to Donnie earlier when we were driving in here. We came in with CNN, which was pretty sick. And when I was talking to Donnie, one thing that we were talking about is like how out of touch the DC bubble is. Because, and you'll see that he's doing a documentary on like Misinfo Nation is what it's called, I think. He's doing a documentary on like people online, like online commentators and whatnot in the space. But one thing that we talked about basically was that usually there is this like bubble in DC, right? And that how we were so oblivious to what was going on in the real world while we're here. Okay? While we're here, while we're in this area, which is where news are happening, and you have all of these mainstream media outlets in one area, we unironically, this is the least in tune I am with what's going on in the world. Okay, when I'm in the heart of it, it's the one time where I'm just like completely oblivious to the real world and what the fuck's going on. It is a real bubble. And Donnie brought up the fact that that's how DC is, and it basically moved here for the week. And it's kind of interesting to think about, like, these guys, I think, are very insulated from the reality overall. I think that this is how you stay in that fucking bubble, where you're constantly surrounded by other people who are like-minded and care about the same exact things. It's like pretty easy to just like lose sight of broader issues. Now you say LA's a bubble, but you have to remember, I'm not in LA. I'm online, and I'm so fucking locked into every little thing that is happening to the best of my ability as a human being. So for me, when I'm in LA, when I'm in my streaming setup, like I'm seeing literally everything that's going on. I have 50,000 people in here like constantly fucking beaming me new things that are happening, micro changes that are occurring in the world in real time. So although online doesn't depict reality, like I feel that I am way more in tune with what the fuck is going on in the real world when I'm not when I am, not at the center of all of this stuff that's happening. You're on an island connected to the internet. Exactly. Just make sure to delete Twitter from your phone and get home. I know, I definitely will. I already hated it. I already hate Twitter. Can we talk about Trump calling Netanyahu, telling him not to accept the ceasefire? It's evil. Why can't he ask another world leader to keep killing people? First of all, is that what is there new reporting on that? But I literally was saying that, if you remember, I was... that's another lock if he did actually say that. But it was weird that they had a private phone conversation. That's like a violation of a... Anyway, a PBS anchor said it last night.
Oh, that...
Interesting.
Dr. Al-Ansari, welcome.
The Qatari mediators are also, they talked to ABC last night in depth, but I would like to see this this statement from PBS real quick. I just need to remind you guys, I do not have the gift of prophecy. I do not have the gift of prophecy at all, okay? I'm simply just reacting to what I see in front of me and thinking about what has happened throughout history, and that is the only reason why it comes across like I am telling you things and then they keep happening. Okay? Just like this is the reason this chatter is correct. Nixon campaign did it in 1968 with Vietnam. Reagan campaign did it in the 80s with Iran. Those are the two examples that I brought up for you guys, and that's the reason why I said this should be handled. This could be handled in a partisan manner. The issue of Israel is a partisan one right now. If you don't have the moral framework to recognize that genocide is immoral and wrong, you should still, at the very least, care about winning this election. And if you care about winning this election, then how the fuck are you going to let Trump run the table and link up with his loyal ally who will do his bidding? I said this literally at this point a month ago. Okay?
Secretary of State Blinken is over there right now working with Netanyahu. The reporting is that former President Trump is on the phone with the Prime Minister of Israel, urging him not to cut a deal right now because it's believed that would help the Harris campaign.
Damn, bro, if only there was a guy. Maybe that's why they brought me to the DNC. That's why they pay me the big bucks. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, I have not been paid by the DNC. Don't fucking clip that out of context, okay? I know that is something that people are talking about. How is that Diet Pepsi hitting, though? That's a real issue with the DNC. It is a real issue, but it's fine. I'll survive. I won't die. Banks like Barclays are having a huge investment in annual losses due to investing in X, resulting in cutting annual and bonus. Nice. Axios is saying that Netanyahu denied it. Netanyahu's office denies call with Trump about the Gaza hostage ceasefire deal. What do you mean? Last week they said that they did have this conversation. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said in a statement Thursday that he did not speak with former President Donald Trump on Wednesday to discuss the Gaza hostage and ceasefire deal. A crucial round of negotiations with senior... That's weird. That's weird that he's saying that didn't happen, except it did happen last week. We know that it happened last week because they said it happened last week. But if Netanyahu says it didn't happen last night, then, I mean, I guess it's probably didn't happen, right? If Joe Biden brings you a 32-pack of Diet Dew, will you become a DNC op? Yes. Anyway, let's continue. Axios earlier reported that Trump spoke on the phone with Netanyahu on Wednesday and discussed the Gaza hostage and ceasefire deal, citing 2 U.S. sources who were briefed on the call. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said in a briefing on Wednesday with reporters that it's critical to reach a deal in order to release the hostages, bring in relief the Palestinians in Gaza, and decrease regional tensions. There are 115 hostages being held by Hamas in Gaza, where nearly 39,000 Palestinians, 39,000, bro, just round up at that point. Like, it's probably more than 40. That's crazy. Anyway, Palestinians have been killed, according to the local health ministry. One source said that Trump's call was intended to encourage Netanyahu to take the deal, but stressed he didn't know if this is indeed what the former president told Netanyahu. The Israeli Prime Minister's office issued a statement denying the call took place after the story was published. The Trump campaign declined to comment. Maybe Trump had another perfect phone call in violation of the Logan Act, potentially. Bankiver also said it shouldn't be a deal before the U.S. elections a few weeks ago. Report, Bankiver urging hostage deal to be held up to avoid helping Biden versus Trump. Remember when I told you guys that this is a crazy thing to just have kind of trailing off in the distance and assuming that it won't rear its ugly head come November? Remember, if you don't care about the morality of it, there's also an electoral argument to be made on partisan grounds. Okay? I care about the morality of it more than anything else. I think that it is immoral to maintain such a close, strong relationship with an apartheid regime, let alone keep giving them endless amounts of weapons as they are doing a genocide. Having said that, however, there's also an electoral argument to be made here. You know, just saying. It's good policy. It's good politics. It's good morality. Question: if you were Anthony Blinken and Biden told you you can do anything except compromise the weapons trade with Israel, what would you propose in the peace negotiations? Dude, I don't even know how to answer that. Oh, here's the clip.
They're not allowed to do their job. If they were allowed to do their job, we wouldn't have cities that have crime rates. You look at Chicago, on the 4th of July weekend in Chicago, think of this, 117 people were shot and 17 died.
This is not the right clip. You sent the wrong clip to me, I think, on accident.
Afghanistan isn't anything like that.
I'm not kidding when I say I don't know what more amenities we can give the police. As a non-U.S. citizen, can you explain how the electoral vote works? I'm always curious, really understand when searching for it. Not right now. Put your AirPods in correctly, Rudy Giuliani. Wait, what do you mean? It is correct. What the fuck are you talking about? It is correct. Are they not? What do you mean? They're supposed to point down, not forward. Biden spoke about Gaza in his speech. Yeah, no, I know. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Sorry, wrong one. My bad. Arrived at really solid. Has like accidentally arrived at really solid positions overall with one glaringly obvious weakness, which is Israel, which is just like standing there waiting to be the October surprise. That is not even a fucking surprise. The October expectation. Are you an upper or lower decky guy? I'm an upper decky guy all the way. Like, not even a question. Yeah, I always upper decky. I never lower decky. March is shocked. Guys, it's like everybody knows that Benjamin Netanyahu is in the tank for Donald Trump and is getting increasingly more unhinged every single fucking day. And not trying to put forward like weapons transfers as a condition in an effort to curb Israel back, like in an effort to rein Israel in, is basically just allowing them to run the table.
Yeah. Like their calculus is if we say like, weapons will never be conditioned, maybe they won't try to fuck us in October. And it's like, they're probably going to do that anyway, I would assume. I don't know if they're.
When I used actual chewing tobacco, I had pockets all over upper and lower. Shit was unhealthy and awesome. I agree. It's just weird, man. I don't have the gift of prophecy. What the fuck is this? How did I figure this out? How do I download this clip? How do I download this clip? Top right of the clips screen. Feature this clip. Oh, download. It's in the bottom left. I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this on the violation of the Logan Act tweet. I'm going to say, damn, dog. Who could have seen that coming? Hassan writing more rules, shaking my head. Yeah. Snitches get stitches. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. I'm snitching on Trump again. It's fucked up. I think I might do a AOC interview tomorrow, by the way. That's what we're probably going to do. I was talking to her right before I started stream. So, yeah. Augie's. Bro, AOC's been on the stream more than any other politician. It's not that exciting. Okay? It's not exactly an exciting moment. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's cool, though. It's chill. You're going to need another mic for AOC? Yeah, I know. We got that. Don't worry. Chat, this is normal. AOC is a Hasanabi head. She's in here. I'm working on General Secretary Fain as well. But, yeah. Where was I? Where were we talking about? What were we talking about? All right. We'll get back to the Israel stuff in a second. But let's continue with this.
Now, outside the arena, there was a different scene as people protested the White House's handling of the war in Gaza, and some clashed with police after breaking through a barrier. But inside this arena last evening, joy and admiration. And for more on that, we are joined by our chief White House correspondent, Nancy Cordes. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning to you, Tony. And yeah, admiration for the keynote speaker, the President of the United States, who really capped a raucous night one and a reinvigorated party that feels a lot more bullish about its chances.
The president was greeted with an extended standing ovation, a show of gratitude after he agreed.
Bro, I'm cold, bro. It's cold as hell in here. It's crazy. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it was so hot yesterday. March and I both came sleeveless today, and that was a mistake, I think. I chose no sleeves, and I'm fucking cold, dude. Cover it up, slut. I know. I needed to be slutty today. I wanted to. I thought it was funny because like everyone is super dressed up, and then yesterday I was obviously not dressed up at all, and I was like, I'm gonna dress down even further. You know? Why don't you bring a Q jacket? Yeah, QAnon jacket.
To step aside.
It's been the honor of my lifetime to serve as your president. I love the job, but I love my country more.
Before a sea of "We Love Joe" signs, and with Kamala Harris looking on, President Biden addressed the convention that just weeks ago was planned for him, but now centers around his vice president.
Here's how Joe can still win, okay? As the only person who is still riding with Biden and who will write Joe Biden's name come November, here's how Joe can still win, okay? As you guys know, this is, there's 52,000 people in here. We're all riding strong. We're all in swing states, and we will all obviously be riding Joe Biden. I think they stole this from him. I think it was a coup d'etat, okay? And I think that it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up that they're making him do a speech at his own funeral. It's really messed up. Where's the democratic process? 14 million votes. 14 million people voted for Joe Biden in the primaries. Just saying. I think, is he behind you? Be honest. Yeah, he is holding a gun to me right now. Joe Biden is right on the other. Come on, Jack. Wait, the DNC people left, right? Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, shit. They're always in the room. It scares me a little bit. Look alive. Here's how we can push Biden left. We can push Biden left. He will win if you vote for him. Okay? He will win if you vote for him. Okay, now that the stuff ended, I feel like they haven't done any other rehearsals in a while, right? You're about to crack a Modelo. Is Modelo time, fool? At fucking... What is it? I guess it's 3:43. It's not that crazy. You're bored? Wait, why? Why won't they give us the badge? They were supposed to give us the badge to come. Bro, just leave. It's fine. And then you can text. You're in the text chain with them, and then you can ask to come back. I don't want you to fucking be stuck here. No, I'm serious, bro. That's crazy. 3:43 on a Tuesday. It's Modelo time. Anytime, fool. Yeah, that's true. He has a secret speech where he does exactly what Trump tweeted in his insane Yao fanfic, Patriots stand up. Yeah. Very unprofessional, turning up to the DNC in a tank top. No respect for the institution. Please find a suit and tie post haste. Yeah, right, baby. Dude, this is the most respectful thing that I can do to the DNC, okay? These goddamn libtards, they don't want fucking guns in here, okay? I got a right to bear arms, brother. I got a right to bear arms, and I'm here to show it. There's like literally staffers walking by, and they just look in, and I'm just doing this. Fucking goddamn it. I'm such an unserious person. Steal Austin's suit? Yeah, like that shit will fit me. Are you crazy? Yeah. Senator Gary Peters tells Kamala Harris to speak up on different Gaza views.
There are some differences, or at least a state.
Significant Michigan and Middle East news. Gary Peters tells me VP should go public with her split with Biden on Gaza. I think she has differences, he said, adding, be who you are. Ask Peters if he'd convey that to Kamala. Yes, he said. Yup. Okay. There's a little bit of motion. I like it. A little bit of motion. New York Times reports a classified document approving Orange President Biden ordered American forces to prepare for possible coordinated nuclear confrontations with Russia, China, and North Korea. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy moly. What is that? You brought a jacket? You're crazy. That's not... First, I don't think that's going to fit me. Yeah. You want to try? Here. Let's try it. They brought me a jean jacket. Let me see. Oh, it's your jean jacket. Wait, what size is this? It's your jean jacket? Yeah, I don't think it's going to work, but hey, thank you. Yeah, I'll give it to March. He's weak. He's frail. I'm stuck. Hold on. I'm also stuck here. I got to pee too. But now that they stopped. Yeah. I know it is. I am a fat guy in a little coat. Bro, listen. I made the active decision to fucking rip the sleeves off and just come in here and raw dog the DNC with these fucking pythons in full display. I will continue on that journey. Okay. All right. Let's see. I took these off. I'm going to keep them as charged up as possible for the duration. I'm going to go pee. Okay. It's actually still running the fucking. Hold on. It's still on the headphones. God damn it. God damn it. You guys can hear it, but I can't. So I'm going to swap it over to the speakers. And then I'm going to also change the desktop audio. This is annoying to do every single time, but it is what it is.
Became our nominee.
All right, here it is.
And it was the best decision I made my whole career.
Biden highlighted their joint accomplishments over the past 4 years, casting the race as a battle for the country.
We saved democracy in 2020, and now we must save it again in 2024.
Harris made a surprise appearance earlier in the night to pay tribute to the president.
Joe, for your historic leadership, for your lifetime of service to our nation, and for all you will continue to do, we are forever grateful to you.
Night one of this convention was focused on the future and what a Harris presidency would look like, drawing a sharp contrast with former President Trump on abortion rights.
Their policies give rapists more rights than their victims. That's not inconvenient. It's just plain wrong.
The speakers also highlighted Trump's criminal record.
Kamala Harris has a resume. Donald Trump has a rap sheet.
The economy was another focus.
The truth is, Don, you cannot love this country if you only fight for the wealthy and big business.
There was a particular emphasis on workers' rights, as a new CBS News poll finds Harris has the support of a solid majority of union households.
Kamala Harris is one of us. She's a fighter for the working class. And Donald Trump is a scab.
And with Harris poised to potentially make history as the first woman president, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was there to remind Democrats of how close they got to achieving that milestone 8 years ago.
Together, we've put a lot of cracks in the highest, hardest glass ceiling. And tonight, so close to breaking through once and for all.
She warned them not to get complacent. Elections are unpredictable.
No matter what the polls say, we can't let up.
What? Joining Nancy is CBS News contributor Ashley Etienne, former communications director for Vice President Kamala Harris. Ashley, I want to start with you.
Bro.
The polls were showing Hillary.
Bro, we're about to get some glizzies up in here, dude. Fucking Chicago style. Yeah, so Hillary Clinton hit that, like, you know, glass ceiling bars, DNC fight song shit. Obviously, it's because, like, this is like Lib Central. It's Lib Central. And I suspect that's, like, you know, it's playing well in here. But once again, I think that so much of what, oh God, I have a headache. So much of what is going on and being communicated here, as I've said before, like, if there's one word that I could describe the DNC and just like any kind of like convention in general, it is I would probably use the term like bubble or out of touch. Like, I think that there is a lot of stuff that the party does that is super in line with what the party has always done, which oftentimes does not resemble the genuine interests of, like, average Americans. Okay, and I think that is what's going on here as well, in terms of, like, Hillary Clinton coming out and just, like, having this, delivering this speech. Like, I don't think this is, like, for... Bro, they showed you clapping on screen during the Hillary speech last night? No, they outed me. Yeah, Kathy Hochul really blowing the doors off the place. Here.
Trump was born a New Yorker, but ended up a fraud, a philanderer, and a felon.
Wow. 10-10, no notes. The charisma, just the aura is just oozing out of her, dude. Oozing out of every orifice, the riz, the unspoken riz. That's crazy. That is actually, like, you gotta try hard to be that bad, dude. Holy fuck. This is a room that is so imaginably primed. Megaphonics, or not Megaphonics. It's actually the Gravy that posted this. This is a Megaphonics ass post. Yes, I did see that clip. I literally retweeted it. I quote tweeted it with a video of me from like couple weeks ago where I'm speaking directly about how Democrats are playing with fire, letting Israel just remain as a massive problem. But anyway, the charisma was oozing out of her. She went to all that trouble to harvest it, and she's just losing it. No, Kathy Hochul's got nothing.
He wasn't raised with the New York values that I know. He never had to worry about childcare costs or groceries or rent. He never had to worry about anything or anyone.
Did you just say, wait, did you get your table inside the DNC, or is this a different area in your hotel room? This is a different, you asked the question, is this a different area in your hotel room? I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. I will not be answering that question. I don't want to leak that it's actually a green screen with real-time, round-the-clock DNC audio being pumped in that we actually have to literally control, okay? Paid for by you guys at the top of the hour when I serve a 3-minute ad break. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. And when I serve that ad and you guys subscribe for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime, right? In order to avoid said ads at the top of the hour, you end up paying for the engine that powers the stream that I can, in real time, pump in DNC audio into the stream alongside the green screen that is like being edited in real time as well. It's a real time green screen inside of my mansion that I purchased in Chicago. Yeah. So yeah, bro, it's 5 minutes before the hour. Yeah, I'm still at my house. It's a fake stream. The craziest part is when we go roaming. That's like the craziest part. The real time editing in that one is crazy. I bought the whole last stadium. Here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way. Only capable of buying out entire stadiums because of you, chatters at the top of the hour that subscribe. Mewtwo, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Marsh really stepped up the production. I know, it's crazy. When you're roaming, you're streaming from that big volume that Disney shoots all those Star Wars shows in. Yeah, it's the big blue room. Anyway, what's up? It's good. Everything is good. Austin living it up yesterday. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, she's devouring him. Oh, Texas is going blue. That's crazy. That's crazy. Any interviews lined up today? No, I don't think so. That makes sense because there's no way there's so many people wanting to come up and take pictures with you. They had to be paid actors. Oh, dude, why you got to out me like that? It is. Are you in a studio with other creators or is it private? No, this is supposed to be so the DNC has like slotted out different areas for content creators for Kamala. Okay. And because I'm like the top creator for Kamala, and not by size or anything, but simply by my like love for Kamala Harris, because I'm like the number one glazer, like Olympic level record holding glazer for Kamala, that I got to basically map out a corner of this entire area. It's like a box at the it's basically a box at the what is it, the convention place is like United Center, is that what it's called? Yeah, there's boxes up here for the media, and some of those boxes were allotted to the creators specifically, like the content creators. There's a bunch of them, and I basically stole like an entire area for myself. How are you there with guns? Gonna get what? How are you there with guns out and gonna get changed into better fash later? No, this is it. This is what I'm wearing. All right, let's continue.
Ahead back in 2016, so Democrats can't sit on where they are and think things are going to go well. Were they successful last night, even though they were late, even though the speeches were not short, in bringing the message to the public?
Absolutely. The goal for last night was to tell the arc of the legacy, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's legacy, from bringing us out of COVID to building the strongest economy in the nation, bipartisan legislation and successes, from guns to infrastructure. That was the goal. And the reason why is because his legacy is actually her legacy. So the president's telling White House staffers, we got to keep running through the tape. It doesn't just matter for the American people, but it matters to continue to bolster her candidacy.
you know, politics is a human endeavor. That's why it's messy. It's possible there can be hurt feelings. Were there in the Joe Biden address?
Joe Biden insisted in his address last night that there weren't. In fact, he was pretty blatant about it. He said, all these people who think that I'm still angry at Democratic leaders for pushing me out, well, I'm not. I care about my party more. Now, that's not what we've heard from some of our sources behind the scenes at the White House, but nevertheless, he's trying to make a public statement that he's putting that behind him and that he is full steam ahead in support of his vice president.
You know, Ashley, it's remarkable that Kamala Harris is so famous and yet for many voters still unknown. And so part of the mission here is to fill in the blanks on her bio, who she is and what she stands for. What did you make of the speeches last night on that point? And can you take us ahead to tonight when the Obamas are going to be speaking?
Sure, absolutely. CBS released a poll yesterday that showed there's a significant, sizable number of Americans who don't still yet know Kamala Harris. So the goal last night was to really unpack who she is, to tell her story. And what I know her to be is someone who sees people, has a heart and a compassion for people. So that was part of the objective. But the other part was to let the American people know that they can see themselves in her. She's from a middle-class background, child of immigrants, worked her way through college as a prosecutor who took on corporate greed on behalf of the American people. So that was the goal last night. They're going to keep telling that story throughout the rest of the convention, but beyond the convention, because that is more important than anything else, to let the people know why she's the right leader for this moment. So that's the point that Obama's going to drive tonight. Why is Kamala Harris the right leader for this moment?
And the Obamas still very popular within the party. There are a lot of Democrats here who'd like to see them out on the campaign trail more.
Yeah, and reproductive.
Am I crazy in feeling like a big part of the thank you, Joe chants were unironic and from the perspective of thank fuck for finally stepping aside? I think some people are doing that, but you have to remember, this is the fucking DNC. I think hella people that are here literally do love Joe Biden. Like, you have to remember something, like, these people, there's a lot of Glazers here, okay? There's a lot of people who unironically, there are a lot of people who unironically roll with Biden. If there is a sum total of like 50,000 Americans who like literally were Biden dead enders, they're here right now, okay? We are in the epicenter of the Democratic Party's top fucking loyalists, okay? There's obviously different people with different perspectives in here, but for the most part, if you're gonna get a fucking crowd of people to enthusiastically say we love Joe Biden, it's this group of people. That's the other side of this story, is that like the Democratic Party still values loyalty, right? Above all else. Loyalty to a fault, in my opinion. In this situation, it's loyalty to a fault. Like, you got that chick, the Gen Z for Change chick, like Olivia Giuliana or whatever. She's like one of the speakers of the DNC. Like, that person quite literally has zero political instinct and actual zero fucking, like, she does not represent an actual constituency. There are no real 35 and under voters in the Democratic Party, in the Republican Party, doesn't matter. There are no real 35 and under voters that are legitimately going, I'm a Biden dead ender, as she was, and saying that like they don't care about Gaza, as she has been noticeably quiet, okay? And also simultaneously has wanted to get Josh Shapiro on in the VP slot. She didn't get any of those fucking wishes, but it doesn't matter. The Democratic Party rewards loyalty to the party to a fault. That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess the only other guy would have been the Midas touch guy potentially. So that is not a real Zoomer or someone who represents the interests of Zoomers. I think that is more so someone who boomers hope Zoomers are like. Okay? Do you see what I mean? There's a lot of boomers that are, important constituencies, that represent important constituencies, that are Democratic Party loyalists, and they hope that there are Zoomers out there that represent their worldview, right? And the thing is, that's not the case. That's like what Charlie Kirk does all the time for the Republicans, right? Like making it seem as though there are young people out there who resemble the views of like fucking Foster Freeze or some shit. Obviously, that's not the case. You know, there are no fucking young people that are thinking about deregulation like that. They don't give a shit. Can you guess the media narrative this is causing? The protest zone in Chicago set up for DNC is totally dead today. A few dozen cops, several journalists, but zero protesters were there around. The CDK protesters are makeshift stage and big speakers. 29 groups signed up for spots this week. Wait, signed up for spots. Wait, what? No, they're not. I don't think there's any real protests happening today. Like, I think it's Monday and Thursday are the major days. There will be one tomorrow as well, but I didn't hear about protests happening today. I don't understand why they're just like reporting on this as though like, well, look at that. No one showed up. It's like, yeah, no shit, dog. It's because there's no fucking like, I think there's a protest potentially at the Israeli consulate, maybe. That's the only thing I heard about. But there is no like protest in the protest zone that they set up. There is a protest at the Israeli consulate at 7 p.m. It's intentional. It's not by accident that they're reporting on this non-news. It's just weird to me that they like sent a whole ass fucking group of people. You're confusing me. Why do you keep framing yourself as an outsider saying they when you refer to them? You're obviously in, right? I'm so confused about what you're trying to say here. Like, what am I in? Who is the they that you're talking about? Like, please explain to me what you mean. No doubt there are other protests, big and small, today. I reported on one tonight outside the Israeli consulate organized by a more radical pro-Palestinian group, but it's noteworthy that the space set aside for speeches so far today isn't really being used as much. Like when you refer to Democrats, especially the people at the DNC, yes, dude, I'm a fucking DNC operative. I'm a part of the Democratic Party. You got it. You nailed it. Tier 2 subscriber, Kiwi Majd. Yeah, dude, I'm in. I'm on the inside. I don't know if you noticed, but I've spent literally this entire morning criticizing the Democratic Party and talking about Israel. At what point did that make you feel like I'm like an insider in the Democratic Party, nor a Democrat loyalist? Charlie Kirk is here. Do you think Charlie Kirk is a DNC operative? Fucking Epoch Times is here. Falun Gong is here. Are they DNC operatives? Yeah, I'm gonna be the press secretary. Can you imagine people getting mad at like Fox News, like right wingers getting mad at Fox News and being like, dude, y'all really sold out, huh? Covering the Democratic National Convention. That is kind of fucked up, isn't it? I think Chatter was joking. I don't know. Maybe. I hope. Yeah, I think that they are showing that empty field to be like, no one's protesting. No one cares about Gaza. That's what it is.
Rights were a big part of last night's, I think night 2 will have more of the same, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to hear that message throughout the convention because it's the #1 attack line on Donald Trump.
Ladies, thank you very much.
All right. As another lock that I gave you that is happening, Donald Trump says he'd be open to RFK Jr. playing a role in his admin if the independent candidate drops out and endorses him. As desperation sets in for Donald Trump, I fucking told you he would probably do a last-ditch effort and try to win favor with RFK Jr. Fucking called that as well, and that is happening. There it is. That is another fucking prediction. That's another lock that is occurring. I don't know. Is anyone keeping fucking tally so far? Because god damn it. God damn it. As always, I want to purposely show the empty field today to make it look like no one is protesting. Part of the Israeli propaganda machine. I mean, it's not like a concerted effort, I think, but it's not like being directed by... It is not personally being directed by like Hasbara operations or whatever. I think people just like voluntarily have this opinion and have this interest and are doing it.
On the Tuesday, it's actually day 2 of the DNC in Chicago, and President Biden will be out of sight after officially passing the torch to Kamala Harris in a post-primetime speech at 11:28 last night. That's when it kicked off.
Biden immediately left Chicago, starting a vacation in California after telling reporters he could have won re-election.
I could barely make him out there. He's in his drop shadow. Senior White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich joins us live from Chicago, and she is well lit. Jackie.
Good morning, guys, and thank you, Brian. You know, Democrats pushed the president out of primetime just 4 weeks after they pushed him
drama
of the race entirely, and it reportedly didn't go over well with his allies. One longtime Biden aide texted a reporter, quote, "This is awful. He literally set up a campaign and handed it over to them. Do they have to cut him out of primetime?" This was the only night of the convention that was all about Joe Biden. Everything he took in from the stage would have been his. And remember, he didn't get any reception like this in 2020 because of the pandemic. He accepted his nomination in a parking lot. The National Mall at his inauguration was empty. He took to the podium after wiping a tear from his eye with his back half.
Well, like, why are we talking about people and their own personal, like, feelings and shit, bro? These are presidents. These are, like, endlessly powerful people. I don't care. This is such a weird way to cover anything, okay? Especially something so obviously fucking, like, it's so obviously inconsequential. Like, oh, he got snubbed. Have we considered the feelings of Joseph Robinette Biden? Like, no, I haven't, because I don't fucking care, honestly. And also, I don't think any American cares. I don't think fucking Fox News watchers care. I mean, they're just doing this to be like, look at the drama, look at the drama, look at the drama in the DNC, look at the drama in the DNC. That's the only reason. Who gives a shit? What are we doing? It makes no goddamn sense.
To the crowd, and finally, Nancy Pelosi came clean about the pressure campaign that Democrats put on after.
CNN had the same analysis. Why was Biden so late? They snubbed him. Okay, they did. That's it. He's kicked off of the primetime coverage. But, like, not really. I think a lot of the problem is normally you're supposed to do this on Thursday. He's not the president, so he's doing it on Monday. That's the real reason why this is a snub. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's the only difference here. Normally, he was supposed to be speaking on Thursday as the president. That's usually what happens. And Kamala Harris is going to be speaking on Thursday because she's the presidential candidate. Okay? Technically, the speech going over 11 p.m. doesn't fucking matter. That's like usually how it goes. Okay?
First claiming she never made a single call.
Talk to him is my only question.
What I have to do.
Right.
He made the decision for the country. My concern was not about the president, it was about his campaign. As he has seen the exuberance, the excitement that has come forth in our country.
Dude, that is flex mode, okay? Nancy Pelosi has had a couple fucking bars in the past couple of days. I can't believe I'm saying this, but, like, she has been so fucking catty, but in the best way possible, about the situation. She is, I don't know if catty is the right word. What is it? What is the right word? Like, she has, like, an attitude about it that I really appreciate. So much so that she's kind of slaying. And it feels weird to say that, especially because I'm in the same room as her right now. You know what I mean? Like, she can fucking be around the corner. But if I do have an opportunity, I think I'm gonna take a photo with her. Okay, that's brat. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi is brat. Cunty. Yeah, she is cold-blooded. She literally, they keep being like, oh well, Biden staffers are very upset, and she'll be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Look at the results. People seem very happy.
Biden says he has not spoken to Pelosi since he dropped out, but he came to realize what he needed to do, even though he still believes he could have won.
The party thought they'd lose Senate seats or House seats. That would have been the topic you would have had to cover the entire remainder of the campaign. It wasn't worth it. Well, you know, I always think you could have won. And go back and look at the numbers. We weren't that far behind.
The Democrats are undeniably more energized with a new nominee, and Biden tried to give Harris plenty of credit in the speech that laid out what he sees as his legacy.
Another prediction you made has hit the towers. Trump and Bibi shenanigans allegedly happening. Yeah, I already covered it. Yeah, I know.
Story.
I made a lot of mistakes in my career, but I gave my best to you. For 50 years, like many of you, I've given my heart and soul to our nation.
Biden's last big political moment was raw at times. He sounded pitchy as he started out, mustering the grace to deliver this handoff that his party demanded. But it was a very clear snapshot.
Okay, are they going to talk about the other fucking drama? I feel like they're not talking about this, but, like, while Biden was on the stage, DNC members held up a banner that said, "Stop arming Israel." And the DNC delegates worked to block it with the "We Love Joe" and USA signs. There was literally a dude. There was a person who, like, fucking used one of the "We Love Joe" signs to smack a woman in a hijab. Is some crazy shit. Wild moment overall. Like, look at that. Look at that. This dude just smacked the person. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are we doing? Dude's out of his dang mind.
What's that told you there?
Anyway, I haven't seen a lot of coverage on that. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why they didn't like really talk about it at all. Prem had a good angle on it apparently. Let's see. Yeah, they unfurled a banner that says "Stop Army Israel." After audience sees the banner, they begin chanting "We love Joe." Man tries to rip the banner away. Stadium lights over the spot and then dimmed, and the banner was ripped away. Biden gave credit to the protesters yesterday, saying they had a point. I know we're gonna talk about what else he said afterwards. Okay, he had a fucking insane take after though. Pretty apt summary of that moment. No, it's a perfect demonstration. I can't think of a better summary of today's Democratic Party than this white man beating a hijabi woman over the head with a "We love Joe" sign. It's just like so fucking unserious. Like, what are we doing here? Prem was also there when Nancy Pelosi walked in front of you.
I'm waiting to do a FaceTime over here.
Wait, she did? Oh my God, I didn't even see her, bro. Wait, did I see her? I don't remember.
That's Gianna.
Hi.
Gianna said to find you.
Hi, Gianna.
That's my dog.
I'm waiting to do a FaceTime over here.
Yo, I missed my goat, dude. Yo, I was doing a fucking FaceTime for some DNC donor's like daughter or daughter's best friend or something. I don't know. Gianna, you're in the chat probably right now. And you caused me to fucking miss my goat passing by. You snubbed her? Yeah, I know. Me and Nancy, we go way back. We go way back. She knows. She knows. It wasn't a real snub. Like, she knows I ride for her, okay? It's all right, Gianna. It's fine. I see Nancy all the time anyway. All right, where were we? What else? Okay. Yeah, so I saw you at dinner with her. Yeah, your goat interviewed the delegate who had this sign ripped down and as he was being escorted. Oh, Amy Goodman did? She is the best, really. I'm Gianna. That's my FaceTime. Sorry. Hassan, I tried to talk and I couldn't. Hassan, I literally couldn't talk. Guys, my name is spelled with one N. Yeah, you did it, Gianna. Because of you, I miss my goat, Nancy, but it's okay. All right. Me and her go way back. We have dinner all the time. It's fine. It's chill. I know that there's some motherfuckers in here who are going to take that seriously. Like, I know that there's at least like 100 people who heard me say that and went, I knew it. Like, I knew it. I thought your goat was Jeffries. Dude, oh God. I'm looking at like all the silly ass tweets on the timeline. What the fuck? Austin show has dinner with Paul Pelosi all the time. Yeah. Mega donor Hassan claiming he was invited as a creator for Kamala, but it really is because he donates millions to the DNC. Is true. I do donate. Oh shit. Why did I turn that off? Let's see this.
Murder of children in Gaza and the continuing. Only way that America is through protest. What's your name, sir? Sir, what's your name?
Amy Goatman, dude, on the scene. Immediately, mic in hand, ready to fucking go, dude.
My name's Leano Sharon. I'm a DNC delegate from Michigan. And what did you do today? Today we held up a sign protesting the murder of children in Gaza and the continuing genocide.
Watch your step. What does the sign say?
It said, stop arming Israel.
All right, thank you. Let's keep it going. Watch out, get the Leano. You're going to interview him in the tunnel, okay?
And what happened
I just don't want you to break your ankles.
Then the people behind us grabbed a hold of the sign and tried to rip it out of our hands several times. Eventually, they succeeded.
Interview in the hall, okay? Let's get him down. Come on. All right, thanks for being cooperative, sir.
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
And why did you?
Yeah, bro, you can't be putting up a banner. I'm willing to bet they didn't arrest the fucking dude who was like smacking the people or the dude who stole the banner. But yeah, they got cops escorting the dude out with the banner.
I did that because we are currently funding a genocide.
And that's what makes this even worse is stop arming Israel is the most milquetoast message to put up on a banner surrounding libs acted a fool trying to block it. Yeah, of course, 100%. It's like really fucking annoying. And it's crazy because it is inconsistent with the reality on the ground. This is what I'm trying to say. There's a room full of people here. There's a fucking entire stadium full of people here, and they are completely at odds. If I mean, there's plenty of people who fucking support Palestine in here too. That's the other thing. Like, the people that are the loudest or the people that are promoted in this circumstance are those who are completely at odds with the reality. People who are being elevated in this situation, and the voices that are being elevated in this situation are people who are completely antagonistic to the reality. Okay? The average citizen's opinion on this matter is entirely the opposite of like the person who goes, shut the fuck up, you're ruining my fun. Don't do that. Don't bring this shit up. Okay?
We need to, and it needs to stop. And
well, this doesn't make it look like that, and not even you can change that outlook. It seems like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not like desperately trying to change this outlook. I'm just telling you what's what. Okay? There are literally fucking delegates of people in here as well. There are everyday Joes that work the event. You think every single person is as invested in their weapons contracts? Like, you think they all have fucking Raytheon? You think they all have Raytheon's best interest in mind? What are you talking about? Normal people are not fucking pro-genocide in Gaza, okay? Democratic Party voters are not in favor of it. What are you talking about? These people are directly in contention with the reality. These people are directly in contention with the average fucking Democratic Party voter, okay? The only people that are unconditionally dick riding Israel at this point are like top-level Dem officials, Anthony fucking Blinken, and like members in the media that are aggressively posting in the most like boomer ass mindset possible. The average Joe is obviously uninitiated, but ultimately looks at a situation and goes, yeah, this seems fucking ridiculous. It seems like a ridiculous use of funds, you know?
So I want to make it.
This is not reflective of the base of the party is what I'm trying to say. It's not reflective of anything other than the fact that these are like people who are super fucking tuned to be pro-Democratic Party and look at it as a team sports situation.
To the Harris campaign that this is actually in their interest. Netanyahu is trying to instigate a larger war so he could remain in power and avoid going to prison. In order to move Netanyahu off of his current position of trying to expand the war in order to stay in power and remain out of jail.
Like, he's right. He's 100% right. But remember, okay, just like many people in this community, and myself included, we're right when we're talking about how Joe Biden needs to drop out. Joe Biden needs to drop out. Many people thought that it was an unbelievable thing to say. Okay? The average person, not reflected in the media landscape or not reflected within the, within the halls of power in the Democratic Party or whatever early on, obviously looked at the situation and were like, this is fucking crazy. Just like many people see the current situation, the current circumstance with the Democratic Party refusing to deal with Israel by putting weapons transfers on the fucking table as a point of contention, as a point of leverage. Of course that, them not doing that is a genuine weakness and a flaw for even their electoral chances. Okay? It's very stupid. Very, very stupid. Very dumb. Insane that being right too early about Gaza is literally 10 months into the genocide. I mean, it's not. It's at this point, it's not right too early. These are people who are like willingly turning a blind eye to the realities. Okay.
I believe that
I think you underestimate the cognitive dissonance the average normie has on Israel is the real hurdle. No, dude. I know most people don't give a shit. Okay. I know. I don't know what you're talking about. If you think that most people are like as fucking primed and as tuned into this stuff as I am or you guys are, you're wrong. Yes, of course, most people don't give a shit. Having said that, however, you are absolutely out of your fucking mind if there is a single person out there who is like ready to vote for the Democratic Party that's just going, the only way I vote for the Democratic Party is if they continue Israel's genocide. That is not a real human being. That person does not exist on the planet. There are, however, very real people in the tens of thousands that quite literally are like, I'm not going to vote for the Democratic Party unless they stop this genocide. Okay? Now, those numbers might not be significant enough overall because of all of the other factors at play in terms of how Americans make this consideration, make this choice when they're going out and voting in November. Having said that, however, why are you leaving that on the table if it's a close fucking race? That's number one. And number two, more importantly than that, from an electoral calculation, more importantly than even those like tens of thousands of voters, maybe hundreds of thousands of voters in fucking Michigan, for example, is the glaringly obvious problem that not restraining Israel represents for the Democratic Party's electoral chances come November, because Benjamin Netanyahu is just basically sitting there in a fucking room with a loaded goddamn gun, and you have the opportunity to be like, I'm taking that gun away. Okay? And if you don't do that, he is absolutely going to use it at the worst possible moment and completely fuck up your chances of winning this election. Okay? That's it. Like, I can make the morality argument till the fucking cows come home. Clearly, nobody gives a shit about that. But there's also an argument here for electoral considerations. There's an argument here for the Democratic Party ensuring that, one, it's a win-win, ensuring that, one, they pick up even more voters, and two, on top of that, eliminate a possible spoiler. No. Oh, no. Okay, we're back. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it just like lasered my shit. That was weird. Anyway, I have to pee. Are you still on the mobile hotspot? No. Creators are trickling into this room right now as well, but I'm going to run it right now. I'm going to run the setup. Of the
reality in politics, you have a lot of friends until you're no longer useful to them.
Which is crazy. I'm leaving it
That's
like
right.
next to
So
random
Jackie,
people, but
last week we were talking a little bit about how David Plouffe was coming in to join the campaign and stuff like that. There seemed to be an internal power struggle in between the campaign and the White House in Wilmington and everything else. Have they worked that out, or are the long knives still out?
You know, we're starting to see Harris's circle fill out. I think we're noticing she's stacking the people around her with people who've known her for a long time. I'd be curious to know if Joe Biden gave her any advice on, whether to bring in people from the Obama camp. Some people who were in his inner circle are no longer in the inner circle. You heard Anita Dunn yesterday say that we weren't going to hear any legacy talk from Joe. It seems like she didn't really get a preview of his speech. Right. And just 4 weeks ago, she was in the room with him every night. So after that pressure campaign built up, I really wonder what advice the president gave to Harris as she tries to build her own team, guys.
Right. He's kind of merging everything. I don't know how long she keeps it in Delaware. There's no reason for it to be in Delaware, right?
None. Except it would just take a long time to call Mayflower moving and move them to someplace else.
The jobs are based there, though.
Or make it an open bid. It doesn't have to be Mayflower. It could be anybody.
A lot of people are saying, thank you so much, Jackie. A lot of people are talking about how it was intentional, that they put Joe Biden in so late last night. I was like, my gosh, how much longer am I going to have to stay awake? Because I wanted to see it all. You know, we could wake up in the morning and watch it.
What did you see at the bottom of the screen that put you over the top?
I was flipping around channels and it said, coming up next, Chris Coons. I'm like, why? And then Raphael Warnock. What?
Well,
I want to see Jill Biden. I want to see Joe Biden, and then I want to go to bed.
But well, the thing is, what I did is just watch the replay. I got to get you a VCR.
I should have done that. I'm doing that. I got to get some sleep tonight.
But I would add this. It looks like they cut James Taylor out. They cut Debbie Wasserman Schultz and somebody else out. It still went long. I mean, if you look at their platform with all the mentions of re-election of Joe Biden, how many? 19? And then they realized they had these speakers with no discipline at all. I guess that's not unique to the Democratic Convention, but we got spoiled last month. Things went off like a top. But you could see by Jake Topper's comments that I rewatched the replay this morning, they were saying, well, it was pretty long. It was 49 minutes. Yeah. And it was all over the place. It was legacy, and it could have. And Van Jones came out and said, "Well, it could have been shorter."
Well, it could have been.
Yeah. It wasn't just long, though, guys. It was full of things that says that everything is going right with America. The border has been fixed. That inflation has been fixed. That they've given all the goodies to the American people, and you just got to wonder, after he painted such a glowing picture of his administration, why would they force a guy like that out of the race?
Well, here's the thing about it going past prime time, and that is if you're going to do a TV show, you should probably have a TV producer doing it, because obviously if they just had politicians saying, okay, these are the people we owe 5 minutes to. So we got 75 people who are going to speak before Joe Biden. It was very poorly produced. And as Jackie was highlighting, even people inside the Biden circle are like, look, they're screwing him. He's whiny. He has to give the speech he never wanted to give, which is so long, everybody. I had a great life. He didn't want to do that. He was squeezed out by the party, and then he was squeezed out by the show. They should have put him on at 9 o'clock Eastern time and then had Chris Coons go after him.
But it
was insulting.
But guys, isn't Spielberg the producer of this? We're not talking about some Joe Blow here. He's supposed to be a really good producer here. So
he's a movie producer. It was a long movie.
Bring in Ron Howard. I knew. I'm sorry I had to come to this.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to
Brian
catch our
Kilmeade.
hottest interviews and
Oh, fuck. Anyway, me first, Brian. Bro, we're about to review the DNC food, okay? We got some fucking spinach enchilada. Marsh looked at it, and he was like, I can't believe they're doing this to me again. Oh, I'm double glizzed up. On a fucking Tuesday. Oh, shit. We got the Creators for Kamala napkins. Creators for Kamala nappy. All the money for food went to Israel instead. Yeah.
Thank you, Chicago, for your
AOC class back at Republicans that who tell her to return to bartending.
energy. Thank you, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, for your vision. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chicago, for your energy. Thank you, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, for your vision. And thank you, Joe Biden, for your leadership. You know, 6 years ago,
Is that ketchup on a glizzy in Chicago? Bro, I will literally fucking throw hands, okay? What the fuck am I supposed to put on a goddamn hot dog if not ketchup and mustard? No ketchup? Yeah, ain't no way that's happening, okay? What are people doing in Chicago? You're gonna get banned from stepping foot in Chicago? Mustard and relish? Fuck no. Pritzker, get control of your state, bro. Listen, he fucking snubbed me, okay? I'll put whatever the fuck I want on this goddamn hot dog. He's too busy chopping it up with a Daily Show. You're fine, Midwesterners are heathens? Yeah, it's so crazy. Yellow mustard only, or they get really fucking brother-in-law about it? Ketchup does not belong on a hot dog, just ask Obama. Yeah, that's crazy, okay? That's madness. I can't believe this is a real point of contention. Y'all are crazy. Ketchup is for kids? I don't give a fuck. Anyway, rate the glizzy. I mean, it's not bad. The buns have poppy seeds on them. I don't know why, but it's not the worst. We put cream cheese and ketchup on our glizzies in Seattle. Okay, that's a little freakish too. Hot dogs so basic. Condiments is all you have when it comes to them. Yeah, it's a basic. That's the beauty of the hot dog, man. That's the fucking beauty of the dog. It's basic as fuck. All right, let's keep watching AOC.
I'm taking omelet orders as a waitress in New York City. I didn't have health insurance. My family was fighting off foreclosure, and we were struggling with bills after my dad passed away unexpectedly from cancer. Like millions of Americans, we were just looking for an honest shake, and we were tired of a cynical politics that seemed blind to the realities of working people. It was then, only through the miracles of democracy and community, that the good people of the Bronx and Queens chose someone like me to elect them in Congress. And America, in my heart, I know from that same cloth of hope and aspiration, we will also elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz as President and Vice President of the United States of America. I am here tonight because America has before us a rare and precious opportunity. In Kamala Harris, we have a chance to elect a president who is for the middle class because she is from the middle class. She understands the urgency of rent checks and groceries and prescriptions. She is as committed to our reproductive and civil rights as she is to taking on corporate greed. And she is working tirelessly to secure a ceasefire in Gaza and bringing hostages home.
So, is she? I mean, I don't know why she said that. I don't know if we know that or not. That was my estimation. This is the worst room to be saying this. There's so many creators for Kamala around me right now, but honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know what she knows that I don't, but if there is a genuine momentum and a genuine change of pace and a difference coming from the Kamala campaign in terms of what she wants to do differently, she should communicate it. She should say her piece. She should be out and about it. Okay? Do you think they'll carrot on a stick on the ceasefire? No, they haven't carrot. They've only carroted. They've never shown the stick. What are you looking at? Everything good? This is the issue. there is a stick there, but they've done the bear hug strategy and have not strayed away from the bear hug strategy. That's just objectively the truth. That's all they've done. If there's a change of pace, if there's a different method, I haven't seen it. And if I haven't seen it and I'm super fucking tuned into this shit, that means they're not communicating it or it doesn't exist. The notion that like Benjamin Netanyahu will attack Iran and draw America into this battle because Kamala Harris came out and actually put like a firm commitment to the ceasefire negotiations is ridiculous. If that card is on the fucking table, then you have to remove that card from the table entirely. That's what I'm advocating for. That's what many people, including those dudes that put up the Stop Arming Israel banner, are advocating for, which is take the cards off the table so Israel knows that it cannot actually fuck up this entire election cycle. And that's not a perspective that I'm alone on. Yeah, here is Gary Peters talking to Politico. Okay, Michigan Senator Gary Peters, here it is, talking to Politico, saying exactly those same things that I was just saying.
It's important that Vice President Harris show that there are some differences or at least distinctions between her policy when it comes to the Middle East and Gaza with President Biden.
Well, it shows that she's her own person. She thinks her own way.
She ought to do that, you think?
Yes, she is gonna be our next president, and she has to start telling folks this is where she comes from, what she believes in, and that's going to be natural. So there's going to be things that she agrees. There's going to be things you don't agree.
And when it comes to Michigan, though, you think it's important for her to show that distinction on her views toward Gaza with President Biden?
Yeah, if she has those views, she has to be clear about whatever those views are. She'll have to make.
Doesn't she?
Yeah, and I think she has differences,
yeah.
and she'll talk about it. Back to authenticity. Be who you are.
Yeah.
Be what's in your gut. Tell us what motivates you, what drives you. People want to see that.
Will you convey to her at some point in the next couple of weeks that she ought to do that?
Yes. Oh, if I have a chance to, yeah.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. So what is this? My guess is if they were going to make a stance, they couldn't do it in the lead up to 8/15 started negotiations. They can't do it during the negotiations. So maybe after, assuming they don't succeed. If these negotiations fall apart, which it seemingly is the same exact fucking holding pattern that the Democratic Party has been like comfortable with in terms of like Israel constantly being like, yeah, we're going to add new conditions. And also, we're still not going to say yes to the new conditions that we've added, right? If that's the case, then the negotiations are going to fail, and then Iran is going to inevitably retaliate. If Iran inevitably retaliates, it is entirely in Israel's hands to respond in kind, or obviously respond with an escalation, because it won't just be Iran retaliating. It's going to be Lebanon. It's going to be Hezbollah. Israel's been primed to fucking invade Lebanon for months at this point. Other people other than Peters have said this at the DNC too. She should break from Biden, but they also say it has to wait to see how the ceasefire deal goes. Ceasefire first and then break on Biden later. Exactly what Megaphonics said is what a few Dem Congress people said. Yeah, that was a position that this chat, including iDedger and Megaphonics, would have considered to be like insane, right? Now, that's a position that they've warmed up to, as a matter of fact. Are saying they are saying this position themselves. Democratic politicians are saying this themselves. How do we get here? Because people are still actively pushing for it. So obviously, people should keep pushing, and this distinction should happen sooner rather than later, especially while the fucking negotiations are still happening. Except that's what Blinken is doing. That's what fucking Anthony Blinken is doing. This is something that I wanted to talk about. A bunch of people came up to me and asked me about Anthony Blinken, saying that it was actually Israel that said yes to this proposal and Hamas had actually been sullying it again. And my immediate reaction was, I don't even know anything going on about the proposal, but I do not trust Anthony Blinken because he has a history of doing exactly this. Just fucking lying at the behest of Israel. Okay? Precisely what he has done, precisely what he continues to do. Just straight up, no other way to look at this, just openly fucking lying. Lying to the media, lying to the Western press, specifically at the behest of Israel, outflanking Israel at times, outflanking the Israeli officials to a degree that even yesterday, according to Axios reporting, last night after Anthony Blinken came out and said Israel actually agreed to the terms and conditions of the ceasefire, which they had actually fucking tried to manipulate and change the terms and conditions on, which Hamas said no to because obviously it's not the same fucking ceasefire process that they originally put forward in March and reiterated their commitment to time and time again. Anthony Blinken just came out and just openly fucking lied. Okay? Blinken is literally just Netanyahu's personal lawyer. He will go against Israeli officials to defend Netanyahu. Exactly. It's just crazy. It is so ridiculous. And guess what? There is actually an impact in Western media to this because of how consistently he has done this, because he did this over and over again. This is not the first time, not the second time, nor is it the fucking fourth time that Anthony Blinken has outflanked Israeli officials and like routinely lied to Western media about how this is actually Hamas that's sullying the deal. It's actually Israel that is agreeing to this proposal, blah, blah, blah. So much so that even on fucking NPR, so much so that even on NPR earlier this morning, they said something that I've never, they just dropped the fucking glizzy thing. Okay, calm down. It's fine. On NPR this morning, I heard them openly say Anthony Blinken has often been at odds with Israeli officials in terms of claiming that Israel has agreed to a ceasefire proposal. That is literally, that's it. You have gone so fucking far in your in how many times you have lied to the American press that even these guys that would normally fucking collaborate with you willingly, okay, even those guys are like, okay, well, we have to save face. We have to literally be like, you know, an institution that is at least reporting on the truth a little bit, okay? Axios is reporting on the matter. Netanyahu's ceasefire doublespeak, dovish with the U.S., hawkish with negotiators. This is, by the way, from Barak Ravid. Okay? Israel did the exact same thing that they've done so far on this ceasefire negotiations conversation. They went into they went up to the table and they said, "Oh, that ceasefire proposal that you put forward, okay? That ceasefire proposal that you put forward, guess what? We actually want to add new conditions onto that ceasefire proposal that you said was our proposal. Those conditions obviously completely destroy the ceasefire narrative in general. You cannot have a ceasefire without ceasing fire, right? He has shown no signs of fucking dialing back the metric ton of munitions he's dumping onto fucking Gaza, okay? But beyond that, here's the Axios reporting summarization. Others also baffled by Blinken today. This statement baffled some Israeli officials who told Axios that Netanyahu's hard lines are actually making a deal much harder to reach. If you read Israeli reporting on this, as I do on a daily fucking basis, you will see the actual reality of the matter, which is Benjamin Netanyahu's own personal convictions and his own personal refusal to actually come to terms with any kind of permanent ceasefire, okay? And he's doing that because there's internal pressures happening within Israel, and also because he doesn't want to go to fucking jail. That's the short and sweet of it, okay? And it's crazy. It is crazy that Anthony Blinken and Western media, up until this fucking point, have willingly just lied. Straight up. No other way to put it. Just openly fucking capital L lied about the process. That's why every single time this stuff happens, people are just genuinely shocked. They're like, I don't understand. Isn't Hamas actually fucking up the deal? It's like, bro, it is their deal. It is the same proposal that they put forward in the month of February. Biden reiterated it. Okay? Dude, I'm in the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck, blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. Okay, here you go. Get fucking banned. So goddamn annoying, dude. Holy shit. That is a wild fucking thing, dude. Holy fuck. Losing my goddamn mind. Oh my God. You're surrounded by this media. Can you talk to them about some of this? No, because the media that I'm surrounded by are all of my fucking friends, okay? They already are in agreement with me, and they know how this stuff works. You think I'm like surrounded by fucking Jake Tapper? What are you, crazy? You think he's gonna listen to me? You think I'm gonna talk to fucking Wolf Blitzer and shit? I wasn't even snorting my nose, by the way. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. The media are not the top level power brokers, Shatter. They're not in the negotiating rooms. No, in terms of like the way that the media covers it, It's so sinister. My Zionist family members think Hamas has rejected every deal and Israel has accepted every deal. It's so fucking dumb. The deals are Israel has accepted aren't ceasefires. It's pure upside for Israel and pure downside for Gaza. Meanwhile, Hamas has literally said they support the original White House 3-phase proposal, which would actually be a win-win for both sides. Exactly. But that's the reason why the media does what it's doing. That's the reason why Anthony Blinken keeps repeating over and over again that it's actually not Israel but Hamas that are ruining the proposals. And because Hamas obviously is a terror group and blah, 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 that it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? It's just like you cannot get people over you cannot get people over a certain age demographic to actually come to terms with that. They just can't. This is Oslo Accords all over again. Yes. The difference, however, in this circumstance is that there is too much of a diversity of media. There's too much of a democratization of information dissemination. So obviously it's impossible to keep up that narrative in the same way that you could in previous generations, right? There was no Hasanabi equivalent, you know what I mean? And it's not just me, obviously. There's no TikTok equivalent. There's none of that back in the day. So whatever people said about the deal went. And even though there were many books written about the matter, obviously showcasing that the American position that was awfully defensive of Israel's interests, and like routinely Israel sullied the talks, and then they could just like openly fucking lie and say it was actually the Palestinian envoys that broke the peace talks. It didn't fucking matter because most people don't read those books. You know how we say, you know how I always say like perception becomes reality? That was still the case back then as well. And you could cultivate a perception and a different frame of an issue that is like dead on, dead the rights, completely busted and one-sided, and it still wouldn't matter because there was a couple outlets. They are all the only people that are covering the news, and they could just frame your reality in whichever way they wanted to. And that's what you're experiencing right now. This is why I've talked endlessly about the so-called peace deals, the so-called peace process, right? I call it the so-called peace process for this reason, because that process was simply to basically extend a cynical olive branch that was used by the Israeli right to continue settlement expansion in the West Bank. Okay? And that's precisely what's going on. And this right here, this conversation, this back and forth going on is a continuation of that. They're like, oh, yeah, we're trying to do a ceasefire. We're trying to do a peace talk. Oh, yeah, Israel wants to do it. Netanyahu is totally down. Like Anthony Blinken openly coming out and just fucking saying that Benjamin Netanyahu agreed to a new deal, a new ceasefire deal, when Benjamin Netanyahu obviously didn't, even though the new ceasefire proposal is not even the fucking actual original ceasefire proposal. It is a new deal that they have also tried to fuck up deliberately, like the Israeli envoys have added poison pills onto because they're getting pressured by Benjamin Netanyahu that they can't make certain concessions to the Palestinian side. The Philadelphia corridor, the Netzarim corridor, these are areas that are currently occupied by the Israeli occupying force. These areas need to be cleared of Israeli occupying force. That is a major point of contention with Benjamin Netanyahu. He's like, no, we're going to have permanent occupation in the fucking literal Rafah border with Egypt. That's ridiculous. U.S. bridging proposal would allow reduced Israeli troops to remain on Gaza-Egypt border. That's what I'm saying. It's still fucking ridiculous. That is a non-starter for understandable reasons. Do you see what I mean? That's a non-starter. Egypt is our fucking vassal, okay? Of course they're going to say whatever the fuck we want them to say.
10 Palestinians have been killed in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza. That's according to the Hamas-run civil defense authorities. Well, this footage has just come into us at Sky News, showing the immediate aftermath of the Israeli military.
That's the other thing. They just keep striking schools while the ceasefire negotiations are happening. Like, could you imagine if Iran struck Israel? Do you think the ceasefire negotiations would continue? Obviously, this is so one-sided and is so slanted in one direction where Israel can continue pummeling Gaza and still act like they're interested in a real ceasefire proposal. Israel literally killed the fucking principal negotiator on the Palestinian side, and they're like, oh, we're still trying to do a ceasefire proposal. Anthony Blinken is saying, oh, Israel's committed to the ceasefire process, actually. Bro, they fucking killed the principal negotiator, and they've blown up like 3 schools killing 100 people in one of them. Like these past 2 weeks. What a fucking ridiculous assessment to make. It denies abject reality that anyone and everyone can see with their own two fucking eyes if they pay even a little bit of attention to it. Right? It's so glaringly obvious what's going on.
On the school in Gaza City. The strike hit the school in the west of Gaza this morning. The IDF says Hamas militants were operating from the compound. Well, local authorities in Gaza say a number of families were sheltering in the school where 10 people have been killed. Hamas have denied the allegations it was using the compound for military purposes. The IDF confirmed the strike in a statement saying the Israeli Air Force...
Do you remember Wall Street Journal reporting the last month that if elected, Kamala wants to replace Sullivan, Blinken, and Austin? Yeah, fuck yeah, they should go. Fuck Kirby, fuck Sullivan, fuck Blinken, fuck Lloyd Austin as well. They're all bad. I mean, Lloyd Austin is like the least bad out of all of them, and he's still pretty fucking bad. Like, especially Blinken, especially Anthony Blinken, is just so unacceptable, dude. Like, I know, you know the dual loyalty trope, right? Obviously, dual loyalty trope is that, like, oh, Jews in America care about Israel and as well as the United States of America. No, the real fucking trope, which is not a trope, but is a reality, is that some of these fucking Christian Zionists literally have single loyalty, okay? Like, it's Christian Zionists that are the biggest fucking demons, okay, across the board. They are so... Evangelicals are so busted in their brains in the way that they interpret the situation and analyze the situation. Okay? No, I'm not talking about Blinken. I'm talking about fucking my least favorite person on the planet, motherfucking Kirby. I can't stand him. I think he's the image invoked in my mind. Just every time I think about like the fact that he wears that IDF dog tag. Anyway.
Conducted a precise strike on terrorists who were operating within a Hamas command and control center. The center was embedded and hidden by the Hamas terrorist organization inside the Mustafa Khaft school compound in Gaza City. The statement goes on, prior to the strike, numerous steps were taken to mitigate the risk of harming civilians, including the use of precise munitions, aerial surveillance and additional intelligence. Well, Sky's international correspondent Alex Rossi has outlined what's at stake during ceasefire talks in Doha.
The ceasefire negotiations are sort of continuing or about to continue towards the end of this week in Egypt. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is in Cairo. He's been meeting President Sisi, having discussions there. Yesterday, he met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
I hate this motherfucker so much too. I mean, not as much as Kirby, but I mean, he's up there. Oh my God, he sucks so bad. I fucking hate this piece of shit.
Netanyahu to try and force kind of progress through with these negotiations, but behind the scenes, I think Israeli
a donkey and a dog, fucking dog.
Officials and also officials from Hamas as well are pretty skeptical of what this. Of whether or not progress can be made. There are still major gaps between the two parties, and as you were saying, the stakes could not be higher. The misery and destruction continues in Gaza.
Come on, Blinken has way more material power than Kirby. He's orchestrating and facilitating this. He's just fucking attached to the hip to Joe Biden. Anthony Blinken on October 9. After meeting with Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, tweeted out that Israel must restrain itself and then deleted it. Okay? Listen, that motherfucker is knowledgeable. Okay? He knows what Israel can do and what Israel is not supposed to be doing. Okay? I'm willing to bet that it's Biden that is like way more fucking pro-Israel than even Anthony Blinken is. He's obviously a fucking ultra-Zionist himself too. Make no mistake. But it's like, when you are interested in the continuation of American dominance, okay? When you are interested, you cannot be a fucking zealot. You cannot be a zealot. Blinken is a fucking coward, okay? Yeah, he's personally invested as well, but he's more so a coward. A coward who can't communicate to his boss man that, like, this is probably not the right thing to do, okay? Whereas Joe Biden is the zealot, okay? That's the difference. Anyway.
And on top of that, there is, of course, the real possibility.
And even the Israelis will hate Biden and Blinken more than Trump and Pompeo. Like, what are they doing there? I know. That doesn't matter. Because it has nothing to do with, like, the internal politics of Israel, bro. Are you kidding me? They're not fucking doing that they're not doing that shit because they want Israelis to love them. Okay, they're always gonna love Trump more. It's hilarious to me how you're shitting on the administration while they're in the building, or they're all in the building with you. I mean, it's okay, dude. It's called freedom of speech, baby. The United States of America. I need another glizzy, bro. I'm still hungry as fuck. I need another glizzy like you need a 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, which is not at all. And you can avoid it by subscribing for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. Here's the 3-minute ad break now, bitch.
Of a wider regional escalation. We've had actually, in the last hour or so, some comments from Hamas. The US President Joe Biden has accused them of backing away from the deal. This is the original deal known as the Biden proposal that was put forward in late May. But Hamas are saying that that is misleading and doesn't really reflect their position at all. As far as they're concerned, they have broadly accepted what has been previously put on the table, but they claim that within the bridging proposal, and the details of those haven't been made public, they haven't, the Americans have essentially moved the goalpost nearer to the new Israeli positions, and some of those contentious points remain, which are a major sticking point for the deal. One of those, of course, is that Prime Minister Netanyahu is insisting that Israeli troops will be able to go along the corridor with inside Gaza with Egypt, but Hamas says only a complete withdrawal will allow them to back any deal. So the possibility of progress is still there. Officials are hopeful. They are trying to present an optimistic front, but behind the scenes, it seems...
We're going to do a roaming session with Ro Khanna at 6:30. Chat and March. We're going to be walking and talking. I don't even know what the fuck I'm eating, brother. I'm just so desperate. I'm so desperate for protein. 6:30. In an hour and a half. I heard you met Ginger Mike from PA. I did.
Seems though the seeds are perhaps there for all of this to fall apart. And as I was saying, that opens up the possibility of a much wider regional escalation, with the Iranians and Hezbollah still threatening powerful retaliation for the assassination of political leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, in Tehran on July the 31st. And hours before that, the elimination by an Israeli airstrike of a senior Hezbollah commander, Fuad Shakur. So, the possibility of a wider conflagration is still very much there.
Anyway, let's get back to AOC.
In Kamala Harris.
It's so fucking hard for me to not sidestep into Israel and dive into that issue head first, but we were originally talking about AOC and how she said Kamala Harris is working tirelessly to fucking do a ceasefire.
I see a leader who understands. I see a leader with a real commitment to a better future for working families. And Chicago, we have to help her win. Because we know that Donald Trump would sell this country for $1 if it meant lining his own pockets and greasing the palms of his Wall Street friends. And I, for one, am tired of hearing about how a 2-bit union buster thinks of himself as more of a patriot than the woman who fights every single day to lift working people out from under the boots of greed, trampling on our way of life. The truth is,
So cooked. Oh my God.
You cannot love this country.
Lib Twitter comparing AOC to Obama. I know. This is the Obama becoming a star convention speech. I mean, it's true. I think, I hope not all the way, in terms of looking like a progressive and then switching over and nullifying any kind of progressive momentum.
If you only fight for the wealthy and big business, to love this country is to fight for its people.
Obama was never progressive. It was always openly a centrist. Yeah, you're right. Openly centrist positions such as, I'm going to get healthcare to all Americans. I'm going to shut down Guantanamo Bay. I'm going to pull out of Iraq. When he said hope and change, he was saying I hope that one day we can be more centrist. Bro, come on. We don't need to fucking reinvent reality here, okay? No, he was a fucking very progressive candidate and a very centrist president, okay? But if you were going to act like he was not a progressive candidate, you're crazy. Obama was very pro-Palestine before. Even in his book, he couldn't do much because AIPAC was too strong. I mean, yeah, he literally would used to fucking hang out with Saeed and Rashid Khalidi. So I know Steve Kerr mentioned Steph Curry. He did the sleeping emoji.
People, working people, everyday Americans like bartenders and factory workers and fast food cashiers, all day in some of the toughest jobs out there.
Can people hear me when I'm yelling?
You know, ever since I got elected, Republicans have attacked me by saying that I should go back to bartending. But let me tell you, I'm happy to any day of the week because there is nothing wrong with working for a living. Imagine having leaders in the White House who understand that. Leaders like Kamala.
You hit him with the put the fries in the bag, bro, is actually classes. She's like, it's actually classes to say just put the fries in the bag. I mean, she's not wrong.
And Tim. But Chicago, just because the choice is clear to us does not mean that the path will be easy. Over the next 78 days, we will have to pour every ounce, every minute, every moment into making history on November 5th. But we cannot send Kamala and Tim to the White House alone. Together, we must also elect strong Democratic majorities in the House and in the Senate so that we can deliver on an ambitious agenda for the people. Because if you are a working parent trying to afford rent and childcare, Kamala is for you. If you are a senior who had to go back to work because your retirement didn't stretch far enough, Kamala is for you. If you're an immigrant family just starting your American story, Kamala is for you. America, when we knock on our neighbor's door, organize our communities, and elect Kamala Harris to the presidency on November 5th, we will send a loud message that the people of this nation will not go back. We choose a new path and open the door to a new day, one that is for the people and by the people. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless. God bless you all.
One thing that stood out to me, of course, given that there was a union leader that spoke at the Republican National Convention, and because Donald Trump, Shermichael, has done a lot to appeal to working class voters in a way that, you know, the Democratic Party used to have a lot more sway in the union halls outside Detroit than they do. We heard from Sean Fain, but we also heard from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, whose speech stood out, I thought, in a very long evening of speeches. And here's what she had to say about Republican attacks on her, just to give you kind of a little bit of a taste of what her address was like. Watch.
Ever since I got elected, Republicans have attacked me by saying that I should go back to bartending. But let me tell you, I'm happy to any day of the week because there is nothing wrong with working for a living.
Talk about speeches that are going to live on social media.
I mean, yeah, I guess that clip will live on social media, but in terms of the Democratic Party uniting all of its various factions, I mean, we just saw 2 members of the squad lose their seat. You're seeing a lot of young progressives who are protesting because they're not happy about the party leadership's position on Israel and Iran and the Palestinian people. And so there are clearly some issues within the party. Perhaps those issues aren't as clear as some of ours are, right? And I would agree with that. But to pretend that there's complete unity, I'm not sure if that's accurate. But I want to just touch on President Biden quickly here. I mean, it does take a certain level of magnanimity to be in a very, very powerful position and be willing to give it up. And I really just hope the American people, as we are in this divided time, really take the opportunity to just reflect on that. I know there are a lot of differences about the president. There are differences on some of his policy positions. But at the end of the day, we do look to our leaders, Casey, to give us examples of who we can be under the worst conditions and even in the best conditions. And I think President Biden has certainly exuded that as a leader.
Good evening, America, and good evening.
It was like the squad got owned because Israel. AOC respond. Let's talk about Biden. Sick. Thanks, man. Good take. Anyway, here's Sean Fain's speech at the DNC.
To the people that make this world move, the working class.
My goat, I'm working on hopefully being able to get a Sean Fain interview.
On behalf of 1 million active and retired members of the UAW, I am honored to support Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to be our next president and vice president. And I want to say thank you to Joe Biden for making history by walking the picket line with the UAW. For the UAW and for working class people everywhere, this election comes down to one question. Which side are you on? On one side, we have Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, who have stood shoulder to shoulder with the working.
Why is everyone at the DNC texting me to get in contact with us on the hum? Boy, get an assistant or answer your DMs. Oh my God. That's so funny. Yes, Alex, lol overruled, is my assistant. It ain't like he got a job right now, bro. Too soon. Too soon. I'm sorry. Bro got fired the other day. It's fucked up. That's when you TikTok too much. Hey, so that French dude that interviewed you yesterday, I know him IRL. He's not actually French, nor he's a journalist. He's an aspiring comedian from Iowa that's trying to do a French version of Borat or some cringe shit like that. It's a bit and not a funny one. Really? I still cooked. He got fired for a show in the super dirty office. Yeah, I heard. Dude just wanted to post a photo of the office view. I know. What do you think about the reports that Trump is talking with Netanyahu behind the scenes to prevent a ceasefire to help him win the election? Lolo says check DMs. I saw. All right, let's continue.
Class. On the other side, we have Trump and Vance, two lapdogs for the billionaire class who only serve themselves. So for us in the labor movement, it's real simple. Kamala Harris is one of us. She's a fighter for the working class. And Donald Trump is a scab.
Not a scam, dude. A scab. SCAB. It's a term for those who fucking cross the picket line. How the fuck are there people in this community that don't know this? Anyway, it's okay that you didn't know. But it's B as in bear, scab. SCAB. I mean, Trump is a scam too, but you know, and scum. Did you ever think the union terminology would become so prevalent at the DNC? Maybe in the past. I never would have thought that. I mean, the last like 10 years, I would not have thought so. I mean, it's become almost overnight, like something that people just like take not only for granted, but like expect. The shift from identity politics in 2016 to more labor-focused politics in 2024 is great. Yeah.
That's not just my opinion. That's a fact. All we have to do is look at the track record.
DNC uses the rhetoric of activism doesn't mean that much. No, it's different. This is not just the rhetoric of activism. What are you talking about? This is not just the rhetoric of activism. This is also literally like an actual terminology used by a fucking union leader, bro. Get the fuck out of here. This is not like Kamala Harris or any number of different Democratic Party politicians using emancipatory language. This is a fucking dude who actually melts scabs. Yeah. Sean Fain doesn't just speak class war, but he also engages in class war. There's a difference between him and a politician that is trying to, I don't know, fucking win favors. A politician that's trying to win favors within the base of support. Mike Pillow at the DNC? Oh my God. No fucking way.
It's not the machines. That's why we're not having them gone.
What the fuck is Michael Pillow doing here, bro? There ain't no way they invited his ass. March. Mike Pillow is here. Yeah, Mr. Pillow. Mike Pillow. Mike Lindell. No, we're not going to find him. What the fuck? What? Yo, the Democrats invited everybody, bro. Maybe it's not that weird that they let me get in. Yeah, it's not a rhetorical device when it's a literal fucking union leader. It's a promise. Yeah. Bro cannot get into the DNC. It looks like he's outside.
No matter what happens, my goal is to get this country to the best election. So if somebody wins,
fair enough. Let's continue that conversation. That's fair enough.
Time I've had doing it.
That's fair enough. Let's continue that conversation. So what is wrong with early voting? We need to get voting. So tell me what's wrong with early voting.
The biggest thing right now is the computers because it's all done.
Bro, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
I want you guys to tell me. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be here. I'm going in there incognito without the mustache, yo. Listen up. This is the conversation. Hey, this is the.
Wait, he's gonna shave the mustache to go into the fucking DNC? Oh, hell no. Mike Pillow looks like he's mainlining his drugs lately. Bro, a little bit of crack dust and this shit is over. You understand me? A little bit of crack, bro. Just a little bit. Oh my God, I should have talked to the fucking dudes last night who were holding. Oh my God. I should have bought crack from them so I can give it to Michael Pillow. That would have been the greatest move of all time. Just think about it, dude. Michael Pillow back on crack would be the coolest person. The only person who became worse after being able to kick a habit so devastating, so lethal, you know? That was a real Bloodborne, like not even Bloodborne, like that was a real From Software side quest moment that I skipped, you know what I mean? I talked to one NPC, but I didn't exhaust the talking options. So now an entire side quest that I had is gone. And that side quest would have changed the ending of the game dramatically. I think he's back on it now. No. The moment that this man sniffs a little bit of crack, he is immediately dropping this election fraud shit. I promise you. That's his new crack. Crack opens up a hole in your soul, in your heart, okay? And I feel like you constantly have to replace that hole in your heart with something different. A lot of people put Jesus in that hole, you know? That's why Alcoholics Anonymous, you know, Narcotics Anonymous, whatever, like they always have like God in the 13 steps. Like Michael Pillow was like, I'm gonna put God in there, but it's not enough because his hole was much larger. I think as a crackhead, he wasn't like a normal crackhead. He was like the final boss of crackheads. So plugging that hole with God was simply not enough. He needed crack, honestly. Maybe a little bit less crack. But instead, he has focused all of his efforts in ruining his life at the behest of Donald Trump. I think the DNC is officially starting, by the way, because shit is getting active behind me. It's getting loud as fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna look back. Bro, look at this shit. Look at this. This is like happening right behind me, bro. What? I know, but I'm not gonna. Y'all tell them to keep them things quiet. Keep them quiet. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, turn it down. Turn it down. I'm trying to stream over here, bro. Chill. Hold on. Let me see if I can like pull up the. Does anyone have the live stream? Day 2 beginning now. That's what. Yeah. Bro, look at this. There's a hella delay on this though.
Please stand if you are able for this evening's invocation offered by.
Bro, just turn around.
Beleaguered and bereft.
There's like a 3-second delay on it.
From degradation to dignity, from darkness to light. Holy One, help us write America's redemption story, a story of ceaseless striving toward a true multiracial democracy, rooted in equal justice, where every person is treated as unique, mighty, and worthy of love. In this story, politics is not a vehicle for repression.
That's the delay. That's how many delay. That's how many seconds the delay is.
But a call to service. This story counters extremism with capaciousness and compassion.
AAPI queer and straight.
It rejects the inevitability of war, affirming that every one of us, Muslim and Jew, Christian, Black, White, Latino, AAPI, queer and straight, Israeli and Palestinian, deserves to live.
Anyway, I'm not gonna watch this IRL. Why aren't you standing? Wait, what the fuck? Did they ask to stand or something? I'm not gonna. What are you, crazy? Hoss, can I get a little laugh about they gave everyone Jill Green signs to hold Green Jill signs to hold last night? Yeah, like Green Party's Jill Stein. You can pre-watch for us. Tell us what she's gonna say before she speaks. Yeah, but that's not very entertaining. I have other stuff to cover. Okay. All right, let's continue with this from yesterday's speech.
When Donald Trump was president, corporate America ran wild.
I feel bad that they're like trying to listen to the speech in this fucking room.
Did not bring back the auto
and I'm
industry.
listening to Sean Fain instead from yesterday.
When Donald Trump was president, auto play.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh shit! It's because I turned this on so I can. Fuck! I'm getting the headphones, bro. Chill, bro. Chill. Headphones.
Trump told workers in Lordstown, Ohio, that he would be bringing all the auto jobs back. And Trump did nothing. In 2019, General Motor workers went on strike for 40 days for good jobs and a better life. And Trump did nothing. Talk is cheap.
Disappointed. Was expecting to watch this live, not yesterday's recap. Bro, okay, I don't want to fucking yell too much, but like, why the fuck do you care about like the current, like people praying and like fucking saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Like, what's wrong with you? They're saying the Pledge of Allegiance right now. Is that, you give a shit about that? Is that what you want to hear? The fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, they just got done with the Pledge of Allegiance. You'll see it now on fucking stage. There you go. Oh my God, I'm disappointed. I didn't want your reaction to yesterday's stream.
But in 2019, you know who was on the picket line standing shoulder to shoulder with auto workers? I'll give you a clue. Her initials are Kamala Harris. In 2023, who helped bring jobs back to Lordstown, Ohio? Kamala Harris. And in 2024, who will stand with the working class in our fight for justice? Kamala Harris. And that's the difference. Donald Trump is all talk, and Kamala Harris walks the walk. In the words of the great American poet, Nelly, it's getting hot in here.
He's a little bit of a cornball himself too, but hey, it's all good. You know what I mean? That's the chairman.
It's hot in here. It's hot in here because you're fired up and you're fed up, and the American working class is fired up and fed up. The American working class is in a fight for our lives. And if you don't believe me, just last night, blue-collar workers, the UAW members at Cornell University had to walk out on strike for a better life because they're fighting corporate greed. And our only hope is to attack corporate greed head on. Corporate greed turns blue-collar blood, sweat, and tears into Wall Street stock buybacks and CEO jackpots. It causes inflation. It hurts workers. It hurts consumers. And it hurts America. And corporate greed is alive and well in the auto industry. You know, last fall, we achieved life-changing gains in our strike at the Big Three. We even won a commitment to...
How come no claps? Oh shit. There is the musical portion just started. The musical portion just started behind me. You guys heard this earlier in the morning, okay? It's such a weird thing that like there's something so massive happening behind me and I'm trying to fucking pay attention to what the fuck's going on in front of me, but it's like impossible. Here, I'll take off the noise gate for a second so you can hear it. It's weird, bro. God damn. God damn. It's Patti LaBelle. Are you behind the glass? No, there's no glass behind me. That glass is the other box that you're seeing, separating this box from the other one. It's all the... Wait, I think there's all the Dems who died. It's a VIP box, chat, for the Bulls games. God damn. Yeah, they're gonna have Joe Biden on there. Joe Biden's presidency on there. R.I.P. I don't think this was a smart thing that the DNC did, by the way. Teamsters president, no invite from DNC to speak yet. And he went on Fox News to talk about it, but it's like, I don't think that was a smart thing. I think they should have still invited him. Bro, he's the leader of the fucking Teamsters, chat. It's not like a... That's crazy. You can't just like... You can't demand unconditional loyalty. Like, you gotta put a little bit of respect. I mean, I know he's a dickhead. I know he's a dickhead, but like there's no... He's a dickhead for going to the RNC. You guys know this. I criticize him quite extensively, but the idea that you're, you know, that you're just like not going to invite the fucking leader of the Teamsters of the Democratic Party is crazy. Talking over Patty, shame. Okay, calm down, dude. Okay. is Jimmy Carter's grandson. That's crazy. Man, he is so old. How are the protests outside? There are no protests outside. Not today. This guy's a traitor to his union. I don't think that would be a good example for the Dems. Dude, he's still the fucking leader, okay? Unless you have a plan to thwart him and like push for elections in the Teamsters, one that he would definitely lose before the election, it's still crazy. I don't know. I think it's a bad move. I think it's a mistake not having him. Anyway, I'm going to put the noise gate back on. And we're going to continue doing coverage.
Damn, this guy's good.